Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to Vokolvis. Tonight is episode 21 after a bye week, and we're back. I'm excited to play again. I've been itching for my weekly D&D session. Always sucks to miss a week, but I was in Florida having a good time, so oh well. Sometimes you got to take a little vacation, even from D&D. Let's go say hello to the boys. See how everyone is doing. What's up, Captain Badass? Good to see you. Thank you. Cheers, sir. Let's go say hello to the boys. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Greetings.
What
Hey,
up? What's going on? What's up, dudes?
Yeah,
Hello.
live the dream.
Fuck yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's good to be back. I missed D&D. I missed you boys. Florida was fun. Had a good old time. Hanging out with Colonel Justin. Had some beach days and a bunch of seafood and got really drunk a lot. It was a good time. Saw a couple live bands. Good shit. But it's good to be back. I missed D&D terribly. And I missed you boys. So let's see how everyone is doing after a week apart. Crazed, what's going on?
It's going. I'm working. Very good chance I get a promotion, so that's cool.
What's
And
the new
then,
title, brother? What's the new title?
Support engineer level 2.
Ooh, look at you go.
So that'll be cool. More responsibility, but also more exposure to difficult, cool technology. So that's exciting.
Are you getting more money?
Oh fuck yeah, it'll be.
That's all
I
that
don't want to
matters.
say it on stream, but it's significant.
Good shit, brother. Good shit.
And then
Good.
but yeah, outside of work stuff, I've just been chilling. So
Okay.
looking for new video games to play.
Okay. We gotta play Dark and Darker. I'm fiending. I haven't played in like a week.
Yeah, I need to play.
I want to play Druid.
Looks
Looks
playing
fun.
a lot of Hell Let Loose and popping Germans in the face with an M1 Garand.
Hell
Just
yeah,
like
brother.
Grandpa taught me.
Fuck yeah. Mr. Morton Salt, how are you, sir?
I'm alive, living the dream. I don't feel like I'm as enthusiastic about like life and popping people in the face with an M1 Grand as Crazed is, but you know, I'm here. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Cheapers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'd ask how you're doing, but we know you're doing pretty good, you know.
Yeah, I had my my beach time. Cool new job. Things are going okay. Can't complain.
That's good.
Can't complain. And I get to play D&D with you dorks. It's beautiful. Gotta love it. Mr. Bishop of the Rival Variety. How are you? My sweet,
I'm
sweet
okay.
rival.
I'm just getting over illness that I had for like a week. So I'm trying to have energy again. Because I was just like constantly in pain. But I'm here. I'm ready to play D&D. I'm excited. Shit's getting serious. Shit's getting for reals.
For Rizzy?
So
Indeed.
yeah.
Indeed.
For Rizzles.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Stickless. How are you? Stixie? I think you're muted.
Sticks.
Wiko?
Maybe
how the
maybe-
hell
I'll
are
tell you
you?
how he's tired from working.
Oh wait, sorry, I was muted, motherfucker. I was all talking about my situation, and then people started talking over me. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? No, I was sick last week for a couple days, which is not fun. Just like had a high fever and was like miserable. But you know, I got better and life soldiers on.
Indeed.
But still don't feel like I'm at like 100%, but it's all good.
You gotta keep
Good
it
enough.
100, my dude.
For what
But,
it's worth, you'll always be 100 to me, brother.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, whatever. Anyway, thanks, I guess.
jeez.
He's like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Darth Sticks.
Fuck that guy, am I right? Anyway, No, and yeah, I don't know, just like doing the just soldiering on with the business and everything. I don't know. It's just one challenge after another.
Okay. Okay. All right, brother. Uh, Fearless Game Master Wiko. How are
I'm good.
you?
Um,
Yeah, choke it down.
I'm great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Okay. Man, a few words. Okay, I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you. All
I've
right.
just been
Hmm?
drawing a lot, working on D&D stuff. It's all good on my
Okay.
end.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How's New York? How's it going over there?
It's been cold and raining a lot, which is nice.
Okay. Nice. Beautiful. All right, folks. Let's jump into it. It has been 2 weeks, and we're gonna do a little something different this time, chat and viewers. We're gonna have a little time jump and some updates, and I'll let Wiko take it away to lead the charge.
All right, so just as 2 weeks have passed in real life, we have decided that 2 weeks have passed in game. In the time that Soma was gone, we momentarily convened in order to sort of elaborate on what characters were doing individually in that downtime. I also thought it would be a nice way to kind of get a little re-up on some items and some powers, as you guys have kind of leapt over that first major hurdle, um, clearing that massive catacomb. That being said, since we did talk individually, I figured that for the recap, I could ask you one by one just kind of what your character had done in the 2 weeks, but mostly any major upgrades you got. If you want to discuss them, I guess now would be the time. Just so not only your teammates but the audience is clued in a bit on differences since we had last played. So I'm going to start at the top of my list with Crazed. What has Theron been up to in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, Theron has had a. I wouldn't say it's been like super eventful, but there's a couple interesting things that happened. Paid my old vet buddy in the market a visit, and he was able to procure me some of those goggles of night. So what those will do is basically gives me another 60 feet of dark vision, so I can shoot even further into the dark dungeons now, which is great.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
And then during that time as well, uh I had my longbow upgraded. So not only was my bow worked on to make it even more finely crafted into a +2 longbow, I had a custom mithril bowstring put on it. So now I don't have to worry about my string breaking if I botch, which is great.
Yes, that is a lot nicer than what could happen. Now you only have to worry about shooting your friends if you botch.
Basically,
Shit.
a lot better than basically I won't pull an Ezekiel Kane and
Right.
snap my bowstring.
And then have nothing.
Poor Eric.
Yeah. So in that short amount of time, everyone else was able to get some upgrades too. I'm gonna sort of use that to segue to Mr. Morton Salt. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the time that Graz spent in the 2 weeks of downtime?
Roz read a book and somehow got stronger from reading the said book.
Cool.
As
Taught you
22
some
strength now.
taught you some new moves, man.
Somehow. Oh, come on. We discussed the contents of the book.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm not I'm
Not
not gonna tell.
elaborating on it.
Yeah, I'm not elaborating on it.
Understandable.
I gave away my Graz's adamantine, like chitin, whatever it's called,
Yes.
to someone else in the group, and they could talk about that later. But they had item they were no longer using, so armor. So I took that, and I took my armor. I went down the smith, and since Graz is also a smith, we combined that and made some plate armor for myself. And I
Whoa.
inscribed some orc runes onto it. And then that bone devil, the demon bone like devil that we, or whatever demon that we fought,
Yes.
I cut her tail off.
Yes. The skeleton harvester,
Yeah.
the matron demon.
Nice.
I combined that with my ebon glass weapon, and I got to increase the power of my naginata.
Yeah.
My only question is, you said that you were thinking about adding something else to it.
Which I did.
Okay.
I'm gonna click this just so a little thingy comes up in chat.
Whoa.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, that's hot.
So now it does, obviously does slashing damage, but also does a little poison as well.
Yes. An additional
Damn.
2d4 poison damage.
Rad.
Sick.
And then we stopped in the market, and I picked up this medallion.
Yes, from the
That's it.
Chaos Necromancer.
Yes.
Sick.
Did our boy Cade hit that up?
Yeah, he should have. It was only 400 gold, so it was like a must buy, because it was only 400 gold.
How do you not buy that?
Yeah, how did you not buy it, right?
Hell yeah.
And that's pretty much it for Graz. He kind of like aided other people's stuff a little bit, and like was just around to like talk if anybody wanted to, but mostly read his book and worked at the smith.
Cool.
And I'm excited to see your upgrades in action. And I'm going to use that to segue off to Mr. Sticks with Callian, being that you were the one who gave him his supply of adamantine. Callian?
Yeah. So I went to the smith, who I'm having trouble remembering his name. It's been 2 weeks.
It's all right. His name is Brythe.
Brythe. That's right.
Right.
So I went to him with these, I guess, plates of chitinous adamantine from the centipedes that Graz harvested in the dungeon, and I had him make me a suit of +1 adamantine plate armor. So, effectively, chat, what that does is renders me a fucking badass. Let's see. I think what we decided on that one, it's basically a full suit of armor.
It is.
So I have like a helmet with like a visor that goes up and everything, and it doesn't look super insectoid, but like maybe some of where the plates kind of met, like, end is kind of more rounded than hammered flat. Kind of show that it's more of an organic adamantine, I guess. But yeah, basically, my armor class now is sitting pretty at 23 with my shield on. And then if I
Jeez.
use the spell shield, I go up to a 28 AC, which is
My
fucking
God.
great. Yeah. On top of me using the Mind Blade mixed with Spark Wake, the Mind Wake as we were calling it. Yeah, we're looking pretty fucking solid. I really just need to roll better hit point rolls the next time I level up. That's all that really needs that.
What's your HP?
With your
HP is only 49 because I rolled a combined 3 on my last 2 leveled ups.
Well, that's why I got the best AC in the party.
No, I don't.
Gotta protect her.
No, I don't.
He has the
don't?
second best AC.
I have
in
the
party.
second best AC in the party.
Jeepers.
Great segue. Rival, what the hell did you do?
Do we want to do me last because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
the
Last.
longest?
No, we should do yours last. Actually, I went to the same vendor as Al for the medallion. There was an insane belt that I wanted to buy, but it's worth like 15,000 gold, so I
Yeah.
put it on layaway. Oh, one thing I forgot. This bad boy. How do I link it in chat? Yeah, the Fiery Dagger of Leviatar. I figured out what that Fiery Dagger does. And it was embodied with the soul of that giant elemental we killed, but I exorcised the demons.
Ooh.
And now I can use this. It's pretty cool, but the best part about it is that it's worth 51,000 gold. So I'm going to hang on to that in case we need to buy an army or a castle or a boat or, something that's not just a trinket to be used by
It's
somebody.
insane. That's actually
It's a
crazy.
huge bargaining chip, so I'm going to hold on to that.
Honestly, with the value of the dagger alone, it would be sad to see you botch and snap the blade.
I'm not
Ooh.
going to use it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
That's
saying.
it.
but,
Leviatar.
like,
Yeah, that's in my. I think I put it in my chest. No, I didn't, but I will.
Who's Leviatar?
Leviatar is a god from the Forgotten Realms, but I mean, I think we're just using a copy of an item from D&D.
So Leviatar is a god from Forgotten Realms. That
She's
I
a goddess
have,
of pain and suffering.
She's kind of hot though.
yeah,
She's
I've
kind of a
I've
bitch, though.
created.
I mean,
Even better.
come on.
So Leviatar does exist in this world setting. She's an agent of Rinthar.
Oh, okay, cool.
So just take that as you will.
Okay. I like the little chest thing. That's pretty key.
Yeah.
Oh
Everybody's got their own
yeah, I
chest.
found out how to give you guys chests, so you can drag shit from your inventory into there too.
We can open and close them too. That's freaking awesome.
How do you close it?
Click it again, and then
close the
it'll be
lid.
an option.
This closed lid. It's the fourth
Oh, I
one.
gotta be
right
next to
before
it.
Yeah,
I'm an
the-
idiot.
Yeah, as
Shit,
if you're
nice.
opening it, and then you close it.
I had moved my
Pretty
token away.
cool.
I'm just dumb. There we go. All right.
All right. So that being said, yeah, no, Prim did a lot in the astral realms. We're gonna go ahead and do Cade first, and then we'll do Prim.
All right. So during the 2 weeks in game, Cade, while in his home city, visited his parents' old house, and it was good for him to sort of re-foster that connection that he had with his family and see his old home and think about his family's traditions and history and whatnot. So after seeing his parents' house and realizing that he had sort of saved other people that he knew in the city and helped save the city and restore order in a way, not quite done yet, he has a new sense of purpose. Seeing his old haunt, I guess you could say. And he also put on a full investigation with the order on what had happened the last 6 months. He wanted to be completely caught up so he could be better informed for whatever the next move is. He found out that in the Steel Savannah, Blade Breeze, which was a big city, had fallen to an Orca's invasion, and it was like super brutal and terrible. It was a huge, devastating blow to mankind, really, and they lost a lot of land. He also heard about out west, the dwarves and how they're dealing with a Murrow invasion, and it's been pretty shitty and terrible. A lot of aquatic creatures have seized control of strategic coastal territories, and they're cutting off trade routes, and they're flooding various Stonehelm cavern strongholds and whatnot, which is not good. And what else? But yeah, the dwarves are fighting against the Murrow, and they are having a hard time. And then Leo Malphus, sorry, I'm just looking at notes. Leo Malphus also gave Cade more insight about what's going on with the dwarves in the Murrow, and he believes that aquatic kin have all teamed up with the Drakari, the Dragonborn, and the Lizard Folk, which is not good. This could bridge an explanation as to how the Drakari were gaining mastery over cursing the city's waterways and how they got sewer access and all that stuff. On the good side of news, though, Leo tells Cade that he led an expedition into the mountains, and his men found and removed the source of petrification to the city's main aqueduct outright, but they still have not figured out a way to reverse effects of anyone who has 100% turned to stone. And then the excavations in the church's crypt, all that has been filled with marble sand, and 2 of the 3 pearls have been placed on those 3 pillars that we discovered, re-erecting the city defenses, but they still require the pearl pyramid in order to seal off the actual earthen jaws, and that's that last pedestal. We have to find that. They've stationed soldiers and closed off the church to the public until the situation is truly fixed, but there's still a threat down there that needs to be dealt with. And then Cade saw a childhood friend who is also a fulminator in the order. His name is Zizar, and he's a druid. And with everything that happened to the westernmost dwarves, he fears the worst for the followers of Zelthorn, which of course is Ordo Fulgor, as he's no longer, and others, and he's no longer able to scry over the mountains of Dunak Trin, which is where the altar of Zelthorn is, the highest mountain in the world. And typically they have a very solid connection with that holy place, the order does, but not now. And he can't send any sort of message or telepathic communications there. He also heard rumors of Vorna's marrow targeting the monks of Zelthorn, even on the backline, and going as far as to send assassins after them during late nights. So Zelthorn is obviously a massive threat to the enemy out west.
Yes. And I would also like to just accentuate the insanity of Marrow and other Aquine folk coming up onto land in night in order to go on what is pretty much a one-way suicide assassination, you know.
Right. Also, Cade was briefed on and also investigated more deeply Orion's list and all the traders in the city, and there's notes on each of the pages, but we can look at that later though. With updates, there's only actually a couple of targets maybe in the city besides the steward and his executioner, so there's not much to do. There is maybe one, like the guy that sort of owns and leads the charge in the southern gate. He's kind of like the I don't know, lieutenant that runs the southern gate. He is still known and corrupt and down there, so that's interesting. Maybe when we're leaving, we could take the south gate or something. And then Cade had a dream in the dungeon, if you guys remember, about Kolgoth a couple sessions ago. Well, he looked into it, and during his investigations and looking at Ordo Fulgor archives, he discovered that Kolgoth was actually a renowned white necromancer sainted by the church, and he was responsible for erecting the 3 obelisks of protection that we just talked about a little bit ago, that were powered by pearlescent geometric carvings in the catacombs. So we just need that final pearl pyramid to set on that 3rd pedestal, and then we'll be good to go. The city will be truly safe after the traders are carved out. Well, not truly safe, because there obviously is an invasion to the south, but you guys know what I mean.
Well, safe from an internal invasion.
Yes, you know? Exactly. But beyond that, that's everything. Oh no, there's an item as well. So obviously with the adamantine, Cade went to the smith and he got 2 things. He got adamantine studs on his cestus, which allow him to sunder non-magical armor. So if he punches something and it connects, it has -1 AC, and if he hits it a second time, he can get a -2 AC on non-magical armor and cerulean steel and stuff like that, mithril and adamantine. So basically, any kind of armor that's not badass, he can take it down -2 AC with 2 successful hits, which is amazing. And then he also got a helmet, which is made out of adamantine, which negates any semblance of critical hits or effects or anything that would affect crushing his skull or popping his head or destroying his brain. And he got 2 more AC for a total of 22 AC now with that helmet. And +1 damage, +1 on the attack rolls with the Cestus as well, with the adamantine studs, which is pretty badass. And that is everything. I'm going to take a piss. Sorry about that. It's long-winded. I'm always long-winded, though, in the start.
No worries. Between you and Rival, you guys actually ended up doing a decent amount.
Yeah.
But
I'll be right back.
that being said, that does bring us to Rival, who went through extensive turmoil in the astral plane. But how much of that do you want to divulge to the group? Totally up to you.
So I will say that this is going to be divulged to the whole group, as in, I imagine I'm relaying this either in the morning, or, I mean, even this reading right now can be considered the group being told, just assuming we're all together, like eating breakfast or something.
Cool.
So at the beginning of the 2 weeks, I had used a sending spell to contact the astrolabe and my superiors there.
I
To
moved you all to make this a reality.
Oh, no worries. To acquire level 5 spell scrolls, so I could use a specific spell. They ended up saying yes, and they sent me 7 of them. So during this 14-day period, every other day for 7 days, I was able to use the Contact Other Plane spell, which is the 5th level spell, to try and reach out to Vorna, to try and essentially to get her blessing is what my intention was. So here are the 7 days. Day 1, Orna seemed chaotic, corrupted, and unintelligible. In her wildest dreams, she wages a war on the dwarves, flooding their caves and nearby homelands. She lashes out at her surroundings, seemingly unprovoked. My attempts to make contact are in vain, and it's akin to an ant trying to get attention of a rampaging human above it. Surely, in her own realm, she's pretty much just doing whatever the hell she wants. Day 2, the chaotic aura surrounding Vorna intensifies, distorting the astral landscape as she takes on grotesque features resembling deep-sea creatures, remaining unresponsive in any attempts to contact her. From Prim's point of view, she's essentially turning into like an eldritch being, like very spooky. The beautiful blues and greens have faded from her eyes as though they've completely blackened. Again, I feel as if my efforts are in vain. Or even, yeah. Day 3, the once tranquil seascape now churns violently, mirroring the chaos of Vorna's visage in essence, as she remains enraged, ordering all manner of Marrow, Saugwin, and Kuatoa to invade, secure, and flood the caves and shorelines. The dwarves combat her forces in the astral ocean, just as they do in the material plane. So, essentially seeing the start of a war, or the continuation of a war, as I know. Day 4, the astral ocean pulsates with dark energy, and Vorna's corrupted form twists even further, exuding an aura of malevolence. The more twisted and corrupted she becomes, the more her monstrous form seems to reduce and shrivel. Despite her compact, malformed state, she still seems to contain the powers of a mad god. Day 5, as I persist in my efforts, the astral ocean quakes with ominous foreboding. And with each return, I find myself less and less restful. Vorna's corrupted presence lashes out with tendrils of shadow, driving back any attempts at contact. And when I awaken on this day, or after this day, I have bruises in the shapes of tentacles all over my chest and legs.
Nice.
Day 6, the corruption consuming Vorna reaches its zenith, and as her form morphs into a nightmarish amalgamation of abyssal horrors, Her once gentle voice is now a cacophony of anguished screams and sinister whispers, thwarting all attempts at reason or negotiation. My own intuition pushes me to leave, considering the damage I sustained last time. The Stone Minds, who are the dwarves, contact me, wishing to lead a psychic assault, a last effort to reclaim the lost shores that they've lost during this conflict. Day 7. On the final day, in my last attempt to confront her, by way of psychic assembly with the Stone Minds, I lead a psychokinetic assault to battle off hordes of Astral Marrow, Saugwyn, and Kuatoa to reclaim the Stonehelm Dynasty's shores and flooded caverns. Astonishingly, with a roll of, I don't remember what the check was. With combined efforts, I'm able to lead the dwarves to a minor victory in the Astral Ocean, which gives way to a minor victory in the material plane. In the last second of my victorious dreams, Vorna appears within inches of my face. Her long, needle-like teeth snap towards my neck, and as I pull away, she sinks her fangs into my shoulder. The pain wakes me up. I look at my shoulder, and one of her teeth has followed me to the material plane, embedded in my shoulder. I attempt to contact some other gods, but I'm not going to talk about that. As I'm telling you all this, I take out the tooth, and I put it on the table, and I say I want... Primset looks at all of you and says, I would like to revisit the Dwarven Smith. I have a request from him. And I say that in each of your minds. Other things that Prim did was he acquisitioned new armor and a new shield. So he is currently wearing half plate armor +1 and a shield +1, giving him a 24 AC.
Jeepers.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry,
You're fine.
I was just creating a little Fang of a God thing to drop into your loot,
No worries.
just to help myself keep track of that as well. All right,
Mhm.
and you are one of the few who have ever been assaulted by a god and lived to tell the tale, whether it be on material or astral plane, since this attack seemed to be across both.
Whoa.
As you finish up telling your tales of the last 2 weeks of your dealings with Vorna, the Astral Ocean, and helping the dwarves in their concerted efforts, that is when Graz's shadow notices that a Night Watch Paladin of Silver Fire lets himself in. He's sort of looking over at your group. He calls out to you and he exclaims that he is a courier with a note for the man in the mask, and he points towards Graz.
Raz isn't wearing his mask because he wasn't expecting company.
Cade rushes over.
Well, I mean, you were sitting with your back to him at the table. I assume you hear the door open. You'd probably slap a mask on.
Yeah, he's
Oh, okay.
in like a rushed kind of way. He's annoyed. Like you could tell Raz is annoyed.
Drew, also your shadow was there the first to see. He could have you could have rolled your shadow up right in front of him. Like,
Yeah.
True.
there's some explanation. He sort of looks past your shadow, and he has what looks like a note written on a rather expensive piece of leather. When he hands it to you, he says, my master expects you to meet at the city square. Soon as the night watch makes their regular rounds. Probably 2 hours from now. Turns around. He exits the estate.
Before he leaves,
Oh.
next time it's customary to knock on doors, not just open them up.
He sort of looks you up and down. He says, "My
You're
apologies,"
dismissed.
and then he leaves.
Yeah, punk, get out of here.
All right, I'm gonna open this letter up right here.
All right. When you unfurl this small piece of leather, just from your passive perception, it's unmistakable that this is some sort of unicorn hide.
Whoa.
You are acutely aware of the scent of outsiders, considering your past. Now, that being said, inscribed in a dark blue ink, etched in a way that would be similar to tattooing on human flesh. It says, "Meet me for single combat. I'm
Oh,
praying
shit.
for an honorable death." And as you finish reading it, it occurs to you that this note is written in your native tongue. And it is signed by none other than Leok Bortusk, the Steward King's personal executioner.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Graz has to meet him in 2 hours, you said?
That is what the note requests. And it's about 8 p.m. in game now.
Nobody else is nobody else speaks orc, right? Except Theron?
Correct. Yeah, I was gonna say, besides Theron, I believe that's correct.
Not unless I cast a spell.
Yeah. I'll put it down in front of Theron. And then I'm gonna go and I have to observe the rituals of like cleaning my armor and my weapon, preparing for battle.
Whoa.
I'll pick up the letter and kind of like silently read it, and then like for anyone who's like near me, as I'm reading the letter, I'll kind of have like a confused look on my face. I was like, my friend here is well, he's been invited to combat someone named, what was the name? Turok Bortusk? Yikes.
Rock the dinosaur hunter.
I'm actually not gonna correct you on what the name was, using that one as a role for your reading that Orcish.
I'll just say like, I'll say I get the like the basics that he's
Oh yeah, you got the gist of it. The name was close, but
yeah. We'll just say like like the name comes out wrong, and then I'll say I'll kind of look around like, I don't know if we should let him go to this by himself. I mean, what if it's a setup?
Kate says,
actually,
Gortusk. Well,
gonna ask you. Nice. All right, so Theron, two things immediately sort of reach out to you with this. So being that this is etched in the hide of unicorn, this is something of like a honorific tradition of Eastern pig-faced orcs. So him saying that he wishes for an honorable death and requesting it in this manner, you have no reason to believe that his intent is any more nefarious than giving this one-on-one fight his all.
Okay, yeah, I guess as I continue to read it and realize what this what this note is written on, I'll be like, I'll kind of relay, I'll correct myself and relay that, and like, maybe it's not a setup to go into the traditions of like the orcs or the Eastern pig-faced orcs. This is common amongst their people. Still though, maybe we should keep our distance and watch while he goes through with this. But
Cade
we
slides
shouldn't interfere.
over Orion's notes, and he says, "Yeah, well, Bortusk is the Steward King's personal executioner, and he's on my list." Read what it says here, and then Cade reads it off, and it says, "Consumed by the dark entity residing within his cursed axe, Leok sought necromantic powers to control the evil spirit within, increasing his power. Raum removed the demon from the axe, but placed it inside Leok. It still possesses him to this day."
Yeah, I think. Can I? Is there like a check I can make to see what I know about like a demon that would do that, or did it like? Let me rephrase that. About like specifically, can I think of the demon that's being described there? Something about the champion, I believe.
Or a demon that was trapped in an axe.
Yeah. Increase that by 3, by the way. I forgot I had that ability level 1. Let me find it.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. With the 3, that puts you at 20. So I checked it as success. So Theron, this is something that you are familiar with within the Wormworn Chasm. You know that dragons that became agents of Markan were separated from the demigodhood of being a dragon and were instead malformed as demons. And you know that dragon souls that were sort of more malformed in this way, it's routine for their power to be embedded in weapons. You assume that because he's an Eastern pig-faced orc, that this is some sort of draconic demonic entity, not your average hell-forged one.
Yeah, and so as I'm like relaying that information and having this discussion like with Cade, Callie, and Prim, can I think of any like notable ones that maybe I've heard about during my time on the like down in the plains or like down south that maybe have been a little bit more active than normal? Maybe
That's entirely possible, but I need you to give me 1 second because I gotta pee.
no problem. Well, I guess while week goes gone, I'll kind of, as I'm pondering this, I'll kind of look at Cade, Callie, and Princey. Maybe we let's let our friends walk out of here thinking he's going alone, and then we give him some distance and follow. Let him honor his tradition, but given the stakes here, I don't think we should let him be alone. What do you guys think?
Absolutely not. Leok is on my list. He's a part of my investigation, and he very rarely leaves the King Steward's side. So if this is an opportunity to kill him, well, we need to finish what we've started here, what we've almost finished.
And I'll
he
kind
I
of
also
is a hurdle.
don't trust them to fight fairly. shall we say.
Exactly. And he
I'll,
looks at Callian and nods.
I'll look at Kid. I'm like, do you mind if I take a little bit of charge here and just I don't want to rush in and spring any traps, but maybe if we play this a little bit smarter, we can come up with some sort of advantage.
Cade says, I mean, if you have a good idea or strategy, I'm all ears. And if it's good enough for you to lead us through it, then of course.
It's like, maybe it's like I said. I think we should just let him go. Like let Graz go and honor his traditions. Um, I'll kind of look over at Prem. I'm like, he is one for traditions, right? He seems he seems traditional to me.
I just kind of look at you and I have a range of 5 miles to talk to Graz. Graz, in your mind, how attached to fighting alone are you?
It's what honor demands.
I think it's for the best that none of us intervene. If anybody were to intervene, it would be me because he wouldn't really know it was me. But even then, I'm concerned for what could transpire if we intervene. Graz is quite capable of handling this himself. We can be there as assurance for
Anyone that intervenes.
exactly.
Agreed, and that
I would,
Kelly nods. Yeah.
I would, however, like to, while he prepares, visit or when he's done, visit the blacksmith on our way.
yes, I think it's best. Like I mentioned, we let him leave. He goes alone, and then we will be quickly behind him. They at enough of a distance so they believe he is by himself. We don't want to. Our goal is to not be seen or heard. Our goal is to only intervene should we need to, and to prevent others from intervening.
Okay, I've returned.
And I'll,
Welcome back.
as I kind of get that out, I look around. I'm like, are we all in agreement? I don't want to step on any toes, being the new guy here. But this was just a
No,
large part of my
we-
job.
We go to observe and to prevent anyone from sullying the honor of this duel.
Agreed.
All right then. Then guess now we wait, and as we wait for as Graz is preparing, I'll kind of eat a quick meal, down a glass of water, just get ready.
How long do you need, Graz? We have a stop before you go.
And Graz, for the moment of isolation that you took, in order to sharpen the glass of your naginata and polish the etchings and runes of your armor,
Ooh,
I'm going to grant you an inspiration.
hot.
Whoa.
Uh, yeah, we could. Like I was saying earlier, as Graz is pondering, I just kind of want to see if I can think through, like about a specific demon that maybe I've heard about, being summoned back as like a champion of this, uh, the champion for this god or whatever.
All right,
24,
so
nice.
23, since that'll be the +3.
plus
Or no,
3, so
24.
24. All right, so beating DC 22. You know this to actually be common practice of so there are a sect of pig-faced orcs who follow Rinthar because they believe that the dragons that she made that were corrupted by Markon, they believe that that was what she wanted, and that Markon and Rinthar are actually lovers. So they revel in the ideation of dragons and sort of just using your information on geography plus what you know of the pig-faced orcs and draconic demons. You figure this is the work of a black dragon named Tiroun.
I'll relay that to the group.
Tiroun. Tirown.
Are there any like ancient stories of this that I might have
Yes.
heard?
Just not to follow up. What would we figuring out name? What would I know about it?
Give me one moment.
Oof, nothing.
There's actually a chance.
There's no
Any
chance.
of you could know a little something.
Damn.
You should know when you make me roll a religion check that I'm
History.
90% not going to pass it with a +7.
Let me get a history roll.
At this, like I think Darren would kind of look around and like, well, I've heard the name, but I don't know too much about it.
However, because of my background, I would know where to find information about it.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It's entirely possible.
Um, Oh, that would explain it. Never mind.
Because I'm a sage, sorry, the researcher feature. Whatever it is. Background feature.
True, but you also only have about 2 hours, hour and change before
No, yeah.
single combat.
I'm,
takes
I'm,
place.
I'm not saying we have to go. I'm just saying I might know where we could
Uh,
go for more info.
Oh yeah,
Question.
yes.
Um, do we have livestock?
All right, I'm back.
Do you have
What?
livestock?
Yeah, do like the
Yeah, Leo
Or-
keeps goats.
okay.
He has to have something to feed to his lion.
-1 goat.
Alright. Yeah, after an hour, I leave here. I go to the goat pen. I take the largest goat. I drag it to like a separate pen. I slit its throat. I cut it open. I eat its heart, and I paint orcish runes on the side of my face that does not have tattoos.
Fucking metal.
Nice.
Jesus Christ, man.
All right. So as far as the history check goes, for some reason, Hiram the Black Dragon is a blip in everyone's mind, and it is something that you have all heard of. It's just what that was specifically, you're not quite sure. Altieri didn't even know. Rip. Well,
Demon has magically wiped its memory from us.
I mean, I don't. If they want to keep discussing, that's cool. But I'm just gonna, like I said, I sit in isolation for an hour, and then I literally commit a blood ritual for like about 30 minutes, and then I leave to go to the fight.
Yeah, we don't say anything and just nod to him. And I guess maybe we wait a minute and then try to follow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna lead the way, Thurn?
Yeah, I'll say we'll give Graz like a good 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll leave.
I think the only thing I say is, don't throw out that leather. It's unicorn hide.
Yeah, I'll leave the leather note here on the counter.
Leather daddies, nice.
It's our new group name, dude. We're the Leather Daddies, the Leather Avengers.
Unicorn leather.
Speak for yourself. I'm wearing adamantine plate.
With
All
leather,
right.
duh.
After you guys head out into the rain,
Ooh.
letting Graz take that little step just ahead, you realize that Leok is not alone. He is with his own personal Paladin of Royal Flame Guard. They are all bearing his symbol. And Leok calls out to Graz, and he says, "Your friends can come out of hiding. There is no shame in them watching."
It's up to them. I did not even tell them to come.
This Silver Flame Guard steps back.
My shadow is hovering 30 feet above me.
I'm gonna
Right.
drop it like right there.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
so-
I'm gonna
Move it.
stay back here where I'm at. My longbow is like on my back for now.
Okay. As you sort of get a look around at the paladins of Silver Flame that have joined Leok here, you notice that a lot of them seem at ease despite having crossbows. None of them are knocked with bolts. Not only that, but most of them are just trying to keep the wick in their lanterns from getting wet so they can get a good view of the fight.
I
Leok.
am not. I'm not wearing my mask, by the way.
Cool. Leok is wearing one of those sort of like night helms that just covers the top of his head, but his tusks are very proudly showing. He doesn't want to cover his mouth. He wants everyone to know that he is of orcish lineage.
Cool.
Now, he calls out to you. He holds out his weapon. And he says, "Do you recognize this material?"
Do I recognize that material?
Actually, with your passive perception, you do. Graz, you note his weapon to be an amalgamation of ebon glass and dragon bone, similar to how yours is an amalgamation of ebon glass and demon bone.
I pull my naginata out and display it for him.
He sort of looks at the head of the weapon and the haft, and then he looks back at you, and he says, "Everything I have heard is true." He sort of looks back at your group, and then he looks back at his men. He says, "Remember, no foul play. This is about culture. This is about my people. And this is about a desire to be set free." And when he says those words, specifically set free, I'm going to ask you for a perception check. All right, and despite his helmet, through the brackets of defense, you could see his eyes. And when he said set free, his once circular pupils elongated.
Yeah.
He sort of takes his poleaxe and holds his hand out to the side and says, "Grash, neat," and takes a step forward. He says, "Take my life. Free me from this dragon, but do not expect it to be an easy task."
In Orcish, I just say, "Die well, warrior." Just
All right, and if you
Just-
could throw a perception for me. Or, sorry, not perception. If you could throw initiative for me.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that it was up. Sorry.
No worries.
What if the axe possesses Graz?
Well, we'll cross that bridge if we get there, I guess.
All right, so using his bonus action,
I can't flick him.
Here.
Yeah, right there. As soon as he enters my thing, I get the attack op.
Yes.
I don't know why I can't attack.
It says you can't click him.
Yeah, I can't click on him.
Let me
Me
see
either.
if it's because...
There you go.
Can you click on him now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there.
Okay. For some reason, his NPC data was set to friendly. He's not friendly. Okay. Anyway, if you'd like to make your attack of opportunity. All right, that did not hit.
Yeah, no, yeah. I didn't expect a 3-2.
All right. As your blow glances off of his armor, he swings in a strikingly similar manner. One overhead swing, one underhead swing. All right, so the overhead hits, but the underhand does not. He chunks you for a solid 15 damage. And Graz, it is your turn.
My shadow flies down next to him.
All right.
All right. All right. I hope you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready. All right, that's gonna hit. Or wait, does that hit? Okay, wait. Sorry, the 22 does not hit.
Okay.
17 does not hit.
Okay. Unleashed Incarnation.
Okay. 17, no hit.
Dude, I'm gonna lose this fight.
22 didn't hit. Damn.
Please don't.
20, no hit.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's my fucking turn.
Okay. He swings the heft of his axe back at your shadow for his first attack. He hits. And then with the flat head of the back axe, swings at you with his backhand. And he misses.
When he's, I know the tactic, so when he swings back, I've just already ducked it.
Yep. As you're both polearm fighters, would make sense. And we're back to you.
I summon my shadow above him.
All right.
Dude.
And he's able to maneuver between the attacks.
All right, that's my turn.
All right.
I believe in you, Graz.
Leok's eyes glow green. He inhales in and then exhales. And Graz, if you could hit that con saving throw. All right, you did not hit. You are paralyzed. You can pop that out. You can try and make the save again at each of your turn. Also, being paralyzed doesn't stop you from doing stuff with your shadow. So I guess handle your actions or saves as you desire. All right, and the paralyzing breath was my action. So it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
Try to fucking save. Hopefully I can roll above a 10 in this fight.
Oh no.
Nope.
Damn.
All right, Leok takes aim
Uh,
at your echo.
I'm gonna move my. I can still move my echo. You said?
You can, yeah. You do that before you save.
Yeah, I can't move it though.
Let me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. All right, that's it. All right, he's attacking, right?
No, actually, I'm activating an ability. I just wanted to see the exact words on it. All right, Nightfall. Using one full movement and one full action, Leok, the Royal Executioner, spends 4 key points. He has no more key points to wreathe his weapon in shadow. He chooses one weapon. He chooses the Dragonbone Poleaxe. Rolled the 2d6. I got them. It totaled out to b6. Attacks made with the chosen weapon deal an additional amount of necrotic damage equivalent to that roll for 1 minute.
Damn.
All right. That was my movement and my action. So I
Right.
have to pass.
All right. I'm just gonna roll a d20 or a con save.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Okay.
What the fuck?
You do have an inspiration to burn if you.
Oh, I
seize it.
do. Thank you. Thank you. Totally forgot about that. I haven't had one.
Oh.
Nope, dude. I can't. I seriously haven't rolled above a 10.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm paralyzed. He's gonna auto crit me
Yeah. Attacks with
twice.
advantage and he auto
Or a
crits if he
fuck ton of
hits.
damage.
Yep. I'm fucking dead. All right, go ahead.
Sorry, give me one moment.
Rika, as I see like Graz like struggling, I start to like grip my bow.
Okay.
And I pull it off my back.
All right. Leok steps in. Theron pulls his bow. Cade, you notice Theron in the back pulling his bow. If anyone is going to jump into combat, you have to tell me.
Cade sees that Graz can't move, and he does. I do want to take some steps forward here.
10 feet, I'm fine with that.
Can I ready a spell?
100%.
And Cade,
And
when he
then-
walks forward, he says, Graz, what are you doing? Because he sees that he can't move, and he's like confused.
As Kate steps forwards, I knock the arrow.
Okay, you
And
knock
it-
the arrow. Cade steps forward. Callion readies a spell. Brim.
I psionically whisper to each of them to back off.
Cade,
I'm
Cade
not
stops
doing
moving.
anything.
He doesn't move forward anymore. He waits.
Graz asked us to let him do this. And I psionically whisper to Graz, you need to take this more serious. You're going to die.
Die.
I don't think you understand how fucking serious Graz is taking this, but you know, it's all good.
I know,
Better
but
take
Prim's
this
worried.
fight for life and death seriously.
All
Yeah,
right.
right.
Leok lowers his axe. Graz, you watch him as he reaches for his side and he pulls out a rune-inscribed ebon glass dagger.
Mm.
He tries to stab in between the folds of your armor. Attacks that hit you are critical if they are within 5 feet, so these will both be critical hits.
That misses,
Oh.
right?
Yep. You can't find the seam in the armor.
I hate to say it. Doesn't he have advantage?
He did? Oh.
Yeah, I haven't clicked the advantage buttons yet.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Yeah, he does.
Huh?
Okay,
Ah.
one
Wow.
hit.
For 28?
Yeah.
And a crit.
And,
a brutal critical.
brutal-
28
yeah.
total damage and a brutal critical.
What does your composite armor do again?
Jack shit doesn't have adamantine in it.
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind.
No, actually,
Doesn't it have some? I remember Wiko saying something about it.
No,
it's
it
not
doesn't.
that. It's
It has,
not that.
it
It's
has,
that you. It's
I have
that
piercing.
you have piercing resistance.
Yeah, is this
so
is this piercing damage or slashing?
It was piercing damage,
Oh,
so you would
nice.
actually take normal.
14,
So give me
yeah.
1 second.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna.
Very nice.
There we go. I healed you back for that. half.
Clutch.
Thank you.
Woo.
Like it.
You still take the critical roll, though. Brutal critical, right?
All right, and brutal
Yeah.
critical.
Excuse me.
1d20.
Oh god, what's 15?
Bad.
Mm.
Roz, you have suffered a disfiguring injury.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's got a mask. He's all good.
All right, you will receive a -1 to your charisma.
Oh shit.
It's not a huge deal for a fighter, but it's a bummer.
Yeah.
Which takes you to 13.
It's not so bad.
At
Okay.
least, you know what? That could have been a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
Gross?
Come on.
Dude, like it was on a 19. Like fuck my life. That's it, dude. Just please fucking kill me. Let's go. I like want this to be over already. I just want it to be over. Like this is just annoying at this point.
I was
Oh,
ready
no.
to go out
Shit.
old Yeller style.
I'm just saying, like I
Even
can't
as a
move,
hit.
so what's the fucking point? Like just
Yeah. Girls advantage.
God, do I wish I had subtle spell right now.
23, that's one hit.
yeah, brutal critical.
I don't have a subtle that'll help him.
So, piercing resist, so 11 damage.
Resistance is coming in clutch, to be honest. Holy shit.
Yeah, if you had lesser restoration, that would help. Which I do.
1d20, 2.
That was
Not
close.
bad. Not bad. Not
Okay.
bad.
The stab from the dagger was shocking to you, so you would lose 1 attack, but you already cannot attack because you were paralyzed. So we're back on your turn. You like to roll your save?
Come on,
Jesus
you got
Christ.
this.
Yeah, can you just instead of me scrolling up, can you just
No.
send me a save again?
Oh yeah, totally.
Thanks.
I was about to burn his dice.
I believe.
Dude, I don't know. I can't roll above a 10.
I'm a believer.
Gross.
You've got to be fucking kidding!
You really haven't rolled above
That's
110.
insane.
No.
I haven't rolled above a 10.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
I rolled 110.
That's
Everything else has been
statistically
below a 10.
insane.
I got nothing. I can't do shit. So
Can Cade step forward and say something?
Say whatever you want.
Yeah. Sure.
Steps here.
Maybe 5 feet.
Cade laughs and points at the executioner. He says, "This is the fight that you wanted. You're pathetic." And he just laughs and points. He just points his finger at him, laughing. Pathetic fool. And just shakes his head. You're no fighter.
I'm going to ask you for a little performance. Oh, wow, look at you.
Hell yeah.
All right. As Leok was going to plant his dagger into Graz's side again, Cade's words bite. He sort of looks over Graz's shoulder, turns back to his men, who all have sort of disappointed looks on their faces. You are not wrong. He promised them a great warrior between two true, a battle between two true Orkus. They thought they were going to see a vicious trade of blows, and 2 men who are, top marshaled in their abilities. Instead, this has been a cheap shot with a paralyzing breath. Sort of takes 2 steps back. Looks at Graz. He pulls out a potion. Throws it at his feet.
Cade crosses his arms and steps back.
And ends combat. He holsters his dagger, and Graz, the paralysis wears off.
You finally see Graz like you could tell he wasn't actually able to move.
He sort of looks over your shoulder to see Theron with a knocked arrow, Callian with a spell ready.
When I see him look over my shoulder, I also look over my shoulder. And the looks that I give Callian and Theron, like, just don't.
I let the spell go.
Off, and it hits him in the face. I'm just kidding.
No. It was not targeting. It was not targeting him. Let's put it that way.
Let the spell go. Those are your exact words. Yeah, God. All right.
Yeah, I accidentally cast Sanctuary on Gross. Duel over.
He takes his dagger and he drops it to the ground.
When Graz drinks his potion, I'm gonna subtle spell haste on him.
Ooh.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Glad it's you that
That
did
is
it.
sick. Trixie.
And
the
Graz, how
Hobbit.
it feels from you is you just, after drinking that health potion, you feel way more invigorated. You feel ready for your fight.
Holy shnikes. Fuck yeah.
All right. His
I bow my head to Liak. Like in thanks, I guess. In respect that he stopped. I show my weapon again, saying that I'm ready.
all right, with his dagger on the ground, he takes his helmet off, completely exposes his face. When he takes his helmet off, it turns out that his right fang was actually attached to the helmet, and
Whoa.
he only has one long notched tusk.
That's cool.
And he says, was a good practice round. For real this time. To the death.
As he says that,
No one interfere. If I
Cade
die,
nods
I
at-
die.
Cade nods at Gross. Fight well, brother.
I'll keep my bow. The arrows stay knocked, but it's just pointed at the ground, not aggressively.
All right, let's roll for initiative.
Whisper good luck to you.
May the dice be with you. Ooh.
Oh,
All right.
it's already better than last time.
And
That
we're
performance check, man.
at the top of combat with Graz.
All right.
Graz has double speed, +2 AC, and another attack.
Fuck yeah. What?
Yup.
What?
All right. One botch.
No.
No shot.
No way.
No, that's for the brutal. That's good. That's good.
No, there's no brutal critical. I botched.
Double
Oh,
botch.
That's awful.
Yeah,
yeah.
4, 5.
Did your weapon just snap?
dude. Can I just leave and you guys can play without me tonight?
No, come on. This is...
I'm kind of done.
No, Al, let's just see what happens, man.
That's brutal.
All right.
Dude, this is.
Refresh Foundry.
All right, Al.
Oh no.
Your weapon is here, next to your shadow.
Right.
Because of its make and material, luckily, it cannot be so easily broken, colliding with simple objects like stone.
All right, are you ready for this then? Bonus action, I teleport, I switch places with my shadow.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
And
Sick.
charge back in because you have another weapon or another attack.
Yeah, right. So
That is sick.
object interaction, I pick my polearm back up and I attack again.
Hell
Alright.
yeah.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Let's go!
Nice.
Okay.
It's
Hell yeah.
We love to see it.
That was actually kind of cinematic and cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oh! No,
Good.
that one
That one doesn't hit?
Fuck.
it tie goes to defender. And
Uh,
I'm sure you've found that out already since 22 didn't
All right,
hit.
so that was
23
3 attacks. That's because of haste, right?
Mhm.
Unleash Incarnation.
Hell yeah. No!
It's all right. Next turn will be good.
Yeah, and
One hits more than 0 hits.
yeah, hey, I hit him. All right, guys, I hit him.
Nice.
You rolled over your
job,
10,
buddy.
man. Come on. Roll over.
You're back.
12 and above is what you need, buddy.
Okay, we got
Woo.
this. We got
Don't worry,
this.
I'm making a foundry backup right now to preserve that hit, dude. You're good.
Alright, Graz, he turns towards you. And with 2 swings of his Nightfall-infused Dragonbone poleaxe.
Damn.
What's your AC? Plus
No.
Uh,
Or
it's,
So tie goes
it's
to defender.
23. Tie goes to
Okay.
me.
Okay,
So the first one hits, the second one does not.
good.
For a total of 16 damage.
We take those. We
Alright.
take those.
All right,
Graz.
all right. Dear Jesus, Lord above,
Shouldn't it be 8
I will.
damage?
I'll blow you if you fucking help me here. All right.
The dagger is slashing, not the
Oh, yeah.
piercing. I mean,
Yeah, Jesus is chased, homeboy.
ugh.
What?
No shot.
Bro, it's because you just asked for the help of gods.
What?
I want you.
It's an
I want
orc.
you different. I want you to have different dice.
Yeah, change the
That's
scale.
all
All right, I'm not.
Sets
No,
the-
I'm not. Fuck that shit.
No!
Yeah. All right. That's my turn.
This is unreal.
This is kind of crazy. Holy shit.
This is the kind of look I expect to have.
Okay. Miss.
1 miss. Follow-up attack.
Wow.
Yo.
Yo, in
60
fucking
damage.
deed.
Oh.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do this. I hit once. I'm so happy now. It doesn't even matter. I was just upset because I didn't hit at all.
Alright,
Yeah, at
Graz,
least you didn't go down like a complete fucking mark.
You
So
will
Yeah.
need-
Yeah, let's do that brutal critical, buddy.
God.
Alright.
at least it's
Where's
not
that
Star
20?
Wars and they don't compound.
One.
Jesus.
Brutal critical. Okay. 1d20. Alright. You are dazed.
What stays mean again?
-1 to saving throws for the remainder of the fight. Alright, so any saving throws that you have to make, you will take a -1 penalty to it. Alright, and Graz, we're back at the top.
Second wind.
Alright, second win for 17.
Okay, let's fucking just try to kill this guy or something.
Wow.
Yeah, there
That
it
hits.
is.
All right. Unleash Incarnation.
Nice.
That certainly hits.
Action surge.
Nice.
Alright. I want you to know that with that hit that you just did, Leok is bloodied.
Oh, you
Let's
got
fucking
it.
go.
You got it right
You got
here.
a shot.
Oh, the 20 was right there.
It's unreal how many twos he's rolled.
Yes.
Nice. All right. All right.
All right.
shit.
Fucking chop his head off right here.
Alright,
Epic
that
cinematic
31.
fight.
Fucking body heavy.
56 damage.
Can't remember what 10 is.
And 10 knocked sprawling. No actions next round.
Oh,
That's fucking
yes.
huge.
So he
That's-
It's a turn.
I move
prone.
up.
You're kind of
That's
quiet,
insane.
Rico, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. If you give me
Better.
1 second. So your crit knocked him sprawling. He is prone, and he gets no actions for his next turn.
It's
So
insane.
I'm moving up. I'm gonna unleash incarnation again.
Okay.
He's
Ooh,
prone. I get
okay.
advantage.
This is true.
Finish him. Nice.
Nice.
23 hits,
Crit fish.
and
Oh,
with
fine.
a total of 28 damage from your crit, you have bested Leok, the Royal Executioner, in
Holy
single
shit.
combat.
Turn lets out a sigh.
Woo!
yeah, so does Cade.
Brass does the only honorable thing left. I take his armor off. I slit his throat. I drink his blood. And I cut his heart out and I eat it.
Fucking metal.
Fuck.
Um,
Completing the blood
As-
ritual that I started earlier.
As you finish the heart, haste falls off you and you can't move.
The heart clearly fucking did something to me.
Yeah, for like 6 seconds, you're like,
What the fuck?
taking a breath or looking up in the rain or something.
Theron's gonna move up and look over at Cade and be like, I'm very relieved that our friend did not just lose his life there. For a second there, I thought surely he was going to die.
Graz was
Alright.
fine. We all knew Leok was a coward. And he steps forward. Well done, Graz. You had us going there for a second. That was so.
When you say he was you say he's a coward.
Rouse heals 8.
Brass like growls at you.
Grumble, grumble.
He faced someone in one-on-one combat. He was honorable at the end. Perhaps before that he was terrible, but here and now, he has an honorable death.
Fair enough.
Alan puts his hand on your shoulder and heals you a bit.
19 DM.
I step forward. You are his men.
The paladins sort of on look. They see their dead compatriot. Also, being that he is dead now, Graz, you did take his armor off. Do you wish for me to drop any of his armor or weapons into your inventory?
No, I leave all of his stuff there for now.
Okay, cool.
Just in the rain and the blood.
All right, the paladins of Silverfire all sort of walk over into the edge, the gate here, sort of on look your group.
And you are his men.
The paladin with the banner, yeah, here. He is sort of leading this group now. He says, well, we were.
You swore fealties and oaths to him.
For a time. Where
And-
technically, we were ordered to watch over him by the king's steward. Now that he is deceased, I believe we're relieved from that duty.
So you were not truly his.
They sort of laugh amongst themselves. And they say, no, the orc was not given command. He had certain privileges being the royal executioner, but
They say that in a disdainful way.
Yes.
Which one said it again?
This guy with the banner.
We do insight checks.
I summon my shadow behind him. You should do better to. You should do better to speak of the dead like that.
Remember, with advantage because of your medallion. Nat 20 on
Nice.
die. When your shadow is summoned behind this guy, as you say that, he turns around, is in shock, and falls off of the 5-foot ledge onto the rocks behind him.
I step up. I'm while looking at everybody else, and I shove my naginata into his throat.
Jeepers.
All right, and when you do that, all these other paladins start to run away.
Hell yeah. Cade turns and looks at this guy. Crosses his arms. He was your master, you said, right?
He sort of looks back and forth, and he says, "What, Leok?" And he sort of gestures to his armor. He says, "Hell no, I'm part of the Night Watch."
I heard you say master when you came into our home. Which you did say.
Sorry, if you give me 1 sec, I got to roll for something.
He steps forward. Do I sense chaotic evil at all on this guy from my armor?
Nope. You do sense fear.
Cade steps in front of him. Can I get an insight check on this guy?
100%.
We go.
All right, so he's definitely with the Night Watch, but you also do recognize him as that messenger. Why he would use that wording, you're not sure.
I want a cat.
Cade just says, "Get out of here."
All right, when you say that, he immediately
Hold
turns
on.
around,
Before he
starts
runs.
to run. All right, makes it about 5 feet. Theron.
Yeah, I'm gonna use primeval awareness, and I want to detect for like fays, dragons, undead, any of that kind of
You
fun stuff.
definitely detect a dragon in Leok's axe.
Nothing coming from the Night Watch guy, and nothing else within a mile, I'm assuming.
Wouldn't he technically detect Celestial due to the Ismars?
Yep.
Aberrations, celestials, fiends, fae, undead, dragons, elementals.
You probably show up on his radar.
Yeah, but I mean, we already knew he was. He kind of revealed, and I put it together. Like, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Also, with Callion has started to give off a slight inclination of that feeling as well.
So I'll
as
pick
we've
up.
seen with his avatar state eyes.
I pick up the armor, the weapon. I pick up Leok's body.
Before you pick up the weapon, Theron will kind of. It's like, do you mind?
Yes.
Since okay.
You mind?
And I pick up the weapon. And I holster it. I'm not attuning to it. I'm not trying to bind to it. I just pick it up, holster it.
Okay.
Pick up the Leok's body and carry him towards I guess the graveyard. Or
Okay.
wherever somewhere I can bury him.
Oh yeah, we
Or burn him. Well, I can't burn him, it's raining out.
definitely. Sorry, give me 1 moment.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
As we walk there, I just say to Cade,
Go ahead and throw you guys in the graveyard.
I just say to Cade, your words were spoken that you said, and pointing out his paralyzing attack is appreciated.
Don't mention it. And smiles at him.
And I just
Right.
look for plot that doesn't seem to have anybody.
Yep, large, open, unmarked spot here. Where we
Oh,
have a
it's
body.
unopened and unmarked. I
It's
will.
open and
I'll put his body to rest in there. I will get a stone of some sort and mark it with orc runes, and then
Nice.
I'll cover him up.
Cool.
All right. And Graz, I dropped the Dragonbone pole armor in your inventory. I also put his rune inscribed ebon glass dagger as well as his rune inscribed plate armor. You'll notice some of these items were quite similar to your loadout. All right, and Theron, like I said, you definitely detect a. It falls somewhere between draconic and demonic, but Cade does not sense the chaotic evil coming from it. So I'd just like to make that distinction.
All
I
right.
just nod to the group and then walk back to the house.
Electric Avenue.
Bummer.
Once we're there, I'll lay the pole axe down on the bar in front of Theron.
Yeah,
Here you go.
Yeah, I kind of, as you lay it down, I'm like, thank you, I appreciate it. Just want to make sure no one's getting possessed. Didn't mean to offend earlier.
No,
Surely you
just
understand.
have to finish the ritual.
Yeah, and I'll nod, and I was like, I understand. Rituals are very important for your kind. But let's take a look at this axe. So, what I would like to do with this axe is obviously give it like a good looking over runes, any kind of markings. Uh, obviously looking for like see if there's like any words that trigger it or whatever. Yikes!
All right, so Theron, I'm just going to say because of that roll, but with you not being under duress, it's just going to take the maximum amount of time here. So we're going to say probably about 4 hours, give or take, for you to really give it a good look over. Since you're not really used to the combined landscape of draconic and demonic, you're more used to dealing with one or another.
Gotcha.
Being in the
Yeah.
presence of demonic dragons is truly like such an ancient idea. And like I said, I don't even want to say evil, but just such a primordial idea that it's strange to interact with.
Yep. Like as
Um,
I'm like looking over this thing, I mean, I have like a notebook out and I'm like scrawling down like what would seem to like everyone else like a bunch of gibberish, essentially just noting its features, kind of anything interesting about it.
getting a solid sketch of it, writing down key
Yep.
runes. You're in doing this with time, and I'm also going to say with a little bit of Callian's help because he's familiar with languages in this manner. You're able to discern that Graz could use this axe if he so desired, but with time, the spirit in that axe sooner or later will manifest, and your party will have to take care of it.
Yeah, I'll call everyone down. I'm assuming like Graz and Prim and Kate are off doing a thing after 4 hours. Also, I'll go around the house and like
Uh,
call like a team meeting or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say that in the 4 hours that it is gonna take Theron to do this, if any of you especially Gross, considering you're injured. If any of you wanted to hit short rests, that's cool.
All right.
You said it's like the middle of the night right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it would be close to 2 a.m., I guess.
Okay, I'll wait for the morning.
Hell,
then.
Do I think I
Call-
can affix his runes onto my armor?
Do you think you could affix his runes onto your armor?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that with time, that would be completely possible. But you feel as if you would probably want to enlist Brythe's help again,
Right.
just because of how complicated that could be.
As I basically say because I have low social intelligence, uh, I'm gonna go wake everyone up at 2 a.m. to talk about this axe. This is like the most interesting, important shit going on in my brain right now. So
Yeah, I mean, understandable, especially since you came across the fact that the spirit in this thing will eventually manifest.
yeah,
There is no stopping it. You will have to face it.
I think like once I kind of crack that nugget, that's what like triggers my brain. All right, we gotta get everyone. So around 2 a.m., everyone gets a loud knock on their doors, like an excited knock.
So when you're studying and resting, tending to your wounds, or even just getting your late night snack or getting ready to sleep, Theron relays the information to ensure that everybody in the group is aware that there is a borderline demonic, foremost draconic spirit in this pole arm, and that eventually it will manifest. You believe you'll have to fight it, though whatever has been suppressing it up until this point, he's not sure.
I'll specifically spend like some extra time telling Graz that he could use the axe. Like Theron would highly caution against it though. But I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
ultimately, it's up to Graz. But like Theron's like, hey, you probably shouldn't do this.
I bet you have to feed it souls. Stop it. Is there any Arcana check I can do to this?
Wasn't
Or
it
does
was
Prim
an
just go back to bed?
executioner's axe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Prim, I would love to ask you for an Arcana check.
Ooh.
I'd love to do one.
And what a great Arcana check that is.
Right?
All right, so 100%, you at least know that this entity is beyond the capability for maliciousness. Whatever lies within this object is pretty much harmonizing with true and absolute neutrality so long as its needs are fulfilled.
Do I have any inclinations as to what those needs are?
You feel that with time, or maybe if you were able to study the runes, though Theron has written down sort of a handy amount of them, and Callian is good with ancient languages. So between the three of you, you might
I
be able
can
to discern.
cast comprehend languages as long as I can touch it. So
Okay,
and
sounds
I
good to
can
me.
read it.
Where was that roll? Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Right. Like honestly,
How long would it take to do it?
About an hour.
Okay.
As long as you said you were going to cast comprehend languages, right?
Yep.
I'll be
Oh,
right
great.
there with Prim writing all this stuff down for like in my
Yeah,
notebook.
it's an hour. Okay, so Theron and Callian, both with your interest in, combating things of this manner, and Graz with your interest in, this being a bounty from a ritualistic honor fight. You're all quite interested in what this axe could mean or do. Prim, the runes on this axe, when you use comprehend language, the meaning for them is sort of psionically imprinted into your brain. It's not really like reading a letter, more as like feeling an emotion.
Right.
Dragons write through
Are they?
boisterous sound.
It's draconic.
It is draconic, but it is malformed. It's not recognizable.
Okay.
Almost like draconic behind a cipher. Now that being said, it details a little bit about Tiraun, who was a young black dragon who did not wish to be evil, who was originally bred in order to rule over drow, but was excommunicated for his lack of, I guess, for a better way to put it, his lack of ability to grip the vicious deeds that they wished him to pursue. When they wanted him to be sort of this ruthless entity that could help them wage war, instead he was listless but voracious. And eventually, when he had wandered away from the drow into the worm-worn chasm, that is where he sort of took seat as a world eater. Pretty much anything that would pass through his territory he would consume. Until one day he was killed. The history books do not know by who, but this axe seems to be made from the remains of his bones and infused with his soul.
Cool.
So there's no malicious intent from the spirit.
There does not seem to be malicious intent from the spirit at the time that you are surveying it.
Yeah.
And again, you feel that it will continue to not be malicious so long as it gets what it desires.
Yeah, I communicate that.
And did we find out what those desires were?
No.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll kind of notate a lot of that down. I think Theron is going to want to pay a visit to like some kind of library to see if I can find any information on this at all.
You probably have to do it tomorrow because it's fucking 3 a.m.
No, yeah,
Okay.
no, it's not like an immediate thing, but
I was gonna
it's
pick it
on my
up and
list.
nod at everybody and go to the room.
It follows. It's bedtime.
Yeah, Cade goes to sleep.
We got a meeting with the blacksmith in the morning.
Did you tell us
I'm
about
gonna-
that meeting? You did.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I told you that I wanted to go talk to the blacksmith specifically regarding the tooth.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to try to talk to this axe.
Nice. I was gonna do that if no one else did.
Yeah, Prim falls asleep.
I'm just gonna sit here with the axe and just, I don't know, think at it with my mind until until I either fall asleep or it talks to me. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, Graz. A voice speaks to you through the axe in an orcish tongue. It's very deep and bellowing, and it says that it hungers for justice.
Batman.
What What do you mean by justice?
When you ask it to elaborate, all it says, again, drawn out, is justice.
I kind of think my morals and what I think is justice into it and see how it reacts.
All right. It doesn't seem to confirm or deny. You're not quite sure if that's good or bad. But again, the entity in the axe says to you, justice.
Do I have a feeling that if like me and this entity could become copacetic, that I could perhaps awaken more potential in this weapon?
Totally possible, especially since it doesn't seem malicious. Also, in your time with the Order, you have come across Borluthor, who is an ancient blue dragon who is likewise not a malicious entity, works for and with the Order, training storm conductors.
How pissed would that guy be to see if I was wielding Dragon Bone?
Uh, honestly, not at all.
Okay.
Since Borluthor is sort of considered the last like sane dragon, so the idea of like having to kill dragons because they were, malformed by Marcon, that's not like disrespectful to him or anything. It's almost expected.
All right. I will put both of my weapons down and go to bed.
Okay. If everyone else wants to do like Prim and Cade did and hit a long rest button on your character sheet just so it re-ups anything that requires that full day cycle. And also that being said, Graz, during this night, you have a dream. And in that dream, you do not have your armor, and you are painted with a dark black obsidian clay. You're in a loincloth, and you do not have your naginata, but instead you have that axe. And you are fighting through legions of drow. You are fighting off drow who are riding spiders. You are fighting off half drow, half spiders, otherwise known as the Drider. You are fighting off various cultists and followers of green venom. Pretty much, if it exists in the Underdark in this dream, you are purging it from reality.
Cool.
All you feel in this dream is anger, but the sensation of satisfaction for every drow that falls under each cleave of your axe. That being said, when you do wake up the next day, you do feel very well rested, and despite the carnage in this dream, it was very peaceful. And Prim, I also want you to know that in your time sleeping, because of the amount of time that you've spent in the astral ocean, when you awaken, you feel almost seasick because of the
Shit.
amount of time that you had spent in and out, for a 2-week period. Right now, you feel as if your grasp on the realm of dreams is sort of tenuous, like Minthar's magics. Makes
I
you
was
feel sort of sick.
I was gonna ask if I could go to sleep with an answer for Verendar, if that was possible.
That is completely possible. What's your question that I'm going to ask you for a thing?
Well, it's gonna be an answer to his question.
Oh, oh, oh. Okay. What were you going to say?
Simply a yes. I would like to.
Okay. Okay.
Give me 1 second.
What did you do, rival?
I think I gave him an answer faster than he was expecting.
Man, I fucking love that executioner fight. Played out like
bro,
played out like a movie in my head.
I
Oh,
was
yeah,
seething.
I just wanted to hit him once. Then once I hit him once, I was just like, "Yo, let the brutal critical murder me. That's fine. I fucking did it. I
Could you
tagged him.
imagine? Just a 20 dead? Oh my god.
Yeah, I got lucky. He crit me 3 times.
Yeah, that was an insane fight. How that was
Yeah.
so fucking cool.
Okay, Prim, in your dream, a booming, almost insufferable voice of a very old man sort of leaches into your mind. It's not helping with your sort of seasickness. Not only are you dealing with the ebbs and flows of the astral ocean, but you're also now dealing with the ebbs and flows of time, as you have reached out to Vorindar the Capricious.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to know that all he says really is that when you see the opportunity, to seize it.
Copy that.
All right.
I want you to go to Tristram, bro. God, I can't speak.
He wants
today.
me to stay a while and listen.
Exactly.
If that is the end of resting, should we take a quick 3 minutes to piss? I gotta pee and grab some
Yeah, I'm
water.
cool.
All right, back in 3 minutes, folks.
Stay a while and listen.
All right, folks, let's jump back into the game.
Yeah,
What's up,
I-
boys? Let's do it.
What's up?
Theron was like fighting real hard. I'm like, shit, I want to let this arrow go. I want to let it go. But
I'm just gonna let you know I would have risked the wrath of Braz, and if you got down to like 1 or 2 hit points, I was gonna cast Sanctuary on you.
Yeah,
Like,
after watching me not hit, like, what are you guys really afraid of, right? Like, come on.
True.
not hitting forever.
Hey,
Yeah,
he didn't. I don't think he
me
rolled
not
over.
hitting you guys when I get mad
Yeah.
and attack you for fucking interrupting my honor combat. Yeah.
I understand you're an angry Klingon, but you know sometimes you gotta just let Captain Picard interject. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know, and then other times you gotta kill Duras over the walkway. 'Cause- yeah, all right, you guys, bright and early the next morning, you arrive at Brythe's smithy. I believe Graz and Prim both had something they wanted to talk to him about.
Whoa.
Uh,
Cool.
Roz, you want to go first? Or do you want me to go
Sure,
first?
I'll go. Yeah. I pull out the other armor. Writhe. I want to transpose his runes onto my armor at some point.
All right, he sort of sizes up your armor as well as the armor that you have taken from your enemy. He sort of looks at the banding on the outside of the plate in order to sort of see areas where your runes wouldn't overlap his. He wants to remove those plates from his armor and try and pattern weld them into the outside of yours. And he says, luckily, since your armor is already of a mixed alloy, he thinks that this is going to take a significantly, shorter amount of time than it would if you had an armor of, let's say, a pure metal like steel or adamantine. And not only that, but pattern welding is his buddy Naxus here sort of specialty. So he says if you can give him probably a good hour or two, he thinks he would be able to inscribe those runes for you.
All right, yeah, I give him both armors.
hell yeah.
And as I give him both armors, I pull out the axe and I hand it over to Brythe. Just figured you'd appreciate the craftsmanship.
He sort of looks over everything. Sort of looks over the dragon bone. Looks back up at you and he says, "This is very, very old.
Mm.
Where did you get this?"
I killed the executioner last night in an honor combat.
Jesus Christ.
I killed the executioner. That's
Sick
awesome.
line.
He sort of looks it up and down. And he says, well, you can already tell by the runes here. He starts to point them out. He says, this is the writing of the Eastern Orcs, who are known to have more hog-like features. They have actually followed a lot of these dragons into the Wormborn Chasm and worshipped them. And he sort of looks back and forth, kind of looks at Nax, and then puts his hand like beside his mouth to try and make it so Nax doesn't see. He says, and they even started breeding with the lizards. Nax sort of rolls his eyes, and he's like, "You know I'm not a lizard. I only look this way because I have Renthar's favor." Nax sort of turns around and takes your armor and starts measuring out the places where he wants to cut out the plated parts in order to pattern weld into yours.
Brythe, should I do anything with this axe or just leave it alone?
He sort of lays it out across the table, and he pulls out what looks like a crystal. When he sort of takes this blue crystal and sort of taps it up and down the length of the axe, and then he puts it up close to his eye. He says, "You're probably curious about what I'm doing here. This is a psionic crystal, checking to see if there were any sort of leeching entities, but it seems to be quite clear. Honestly, I don't really see any downsides to using this, but I would be careful. It does harbor the soul of a dragon. Never quite sure when its whims could change, and if it were to sort of come to an incarnation, you'd have one hell of a fight on your hands."
Well, it spoke to me. It wants justice. And I think its type of justice is killing things in the Underdark. Specifically Drow.
I think Darren would look at Graz and be like, "You spoke to it."
Yeah.
I'll kind of shake my head. I'm like, must be careful with these sorts of things. But interesting that it. What makes you think it needs to go to the Underdark?
Oh, I dreamt it last night.
Well, Brythe sort of shrugs and he says, "Well, justice, Underdark, whatever this thing wants, rest assured it doesn't seem evil for now."
You know how I like to add to things. Would that hinder it in any way, or could I add to it?
He sort of holding it out, seeing how it's balanced. He sort of sticks out his tongue, looks in the air, thinks to himself, "Not quite sure if there's much that I could change here, as the combined bones of not only this dragon, but it seems to be his matron's dragon as well. With a bit of ebb and glass, I'm not quite sure what I could do to this without having to sort of scrap, melt, and refine all of the pieces and maybe make something from scratch. But even if I did that, there's always a chance that I could crack whatever's housing the dragon soul in here. I'm not quite sure. Usually you can see it. It's very visible. Dragon souls are normally harbored in crystals, but I don't really see one in any of the make or the haft. It's not in the blade or the shore or the fore. It's not in the end pommel either. So I couldn't tell you where this thing is being stored."
Well, in Dwarven, I say, "Thank you, my friend."
He sort of bows to you. And as you thank him, Nax sort of looks over his head. And he says, we'll say you guys are talking about for half an hour, so half an hour more. He readies up your armor as Prim, I assume, starts to have his conversation with Brythe.
Yes, this is purely psionic. So, Brythe, I have something quite rare, and I want to know if you can combine it with something of mine. I take out the tooth. This is a tooth of Vorna.
Whoa.
Brythe sort of holds out his hands like he doesn't want you to get any closer to him. And he says, "Did you say that was a piece of a god?"
Yes.
Nax sort of whips around suddenly. He stops separating the runes that he wants to graft onto Graz's armor. And Brythe says, "Can all of you step into my shop for a moment?" He sort of backs up.
There's a wall. I can't do it.
There's a wall.
There's a wall.
Let us
What
in,
the
please.
Also
Open the
remember
gate.
that-
Let me in.
Prim was speaking to Brythe psionically.
Yeah, purely in his mind.
And he respond out loud.
Electric Avenue.
All right. As you guys enter, Nax holds out his hand and puts up what looks like some sort of psionic barrier, obfuscating the entrance.
Whoa.
He says, "You're not trapped. This will simply stop the sound from leaving." He sort of looks around at your group. He looks at Prim and says, "Sir, do you know what I could do with the piece of a god?"
Well, hopefully you can make it into a casting implement for me. I also have this, and I take my I take Prim's weapon out, the Wand of True Light, and I say, "This is an artifact, an ancient artifact of Marcon. Can we combine them?"
He sort of looks around at your group and then sort of eyes Allian.
Before he says anything, again, all of this is being said psionically.
Oh, I know.
I need you to keep this one secret. And I kind of look towards the wand. Only two, I guess 3 people now in this room know what this is. I'd like to keep it under wraps.
All right. He sort of looks back at you, sort of winces his eyes and smiles, and says, "Well, a genuine artifact of Arenthil, the tooth of a god. Nax, I think our wildest dreams are coming true." And Nax sort of looks at your group and steps forward. He holds out his hands. You see that they're covered in scales. He has claws. He most certainly has the features of a dragon. He sort of explains to you how, back in his younger military days, when he was part of the Order, he was sent out to the Wormworn Chasm. There, his group was looking for an artifact. He doesn't really want to elaborate on what the artifact was. But the tune that he was traveling with, unfortunately, met with a colossal red dragon. And even though he was with 4 fulminators and 1 storm conductor, everyone in his group managed to die, despite unleashing an onslaught on this beast.
Damn.
And with his last breath, with what he surely thought would be his demise, he grabbed his commanding officer's lightning longsword from the ground beside him and thrust up into the soft underbelly of the colossal red dragon, instantly killing it. He's not quite sure what it pierced or how. Maybe the electricity was what truly did it in at the end. But the body collapsed on him, and he was completely drenched and suffocating under the blood and viscera. And it was there that Rinthar had reached out to him. She had congratulated him personally for slaying this poor corrupted beast. She saved Nax, pulled him out, placed him on top of the dragon's body, but still left him in the worm-worn deserts. It took him months to finally travel back home, and when he did, pretty much wasn't accepted by anyone. In gaining Renthar's favor, killing this dragon, he took on the qualities of a dragon himself. He lost the privileges of being a human, and because of it, he scorns the gods. He wants to create weapons that are banes to them. He wants them to die.
We share in that.
Is that psionically or out loud?
Out loud, he tells your group.
You just
Jesus.
see the smile on Graz's face. It's just so big.
Cade looks at Nax and he says, "Would you kill Zelthorn?"
He sort of looks at Cade. He looks back at your group, and he says, "They're all under one family tree."
And
I don't know how you want me to answer that.
Cade looks at Prim. I don't think we can trust him.
Nax sort of looks back at your group, and he says, "And tell me, Fulminator, if Zelthorn's lightning rained down from the heavens and killed your mother, would you still think highly of the gods?"
It hasn't happened, so I don't know. And it won't.
Graz looks at Cade. Last time we spoke, you said you didn't care for the gods.
Cade looks at Graz and he says, "Honestly, I don't trust any of them. But I am a part of Ordo Fulgor and I took an oath. And, based on what I've learned in my investigation, I feel like they're threatened by Zelthorn. And that means we can keep our alliance with him and use his power while we still can. I intend to. Though, you're right, overall I don't care about them. But I don't want them dead, especially Zelthorn. Because I serve him and the Order.
They serve free peoples.
You are in the Order as well, Graz."
I said I serve free peoples. All
Brythe,
free peoples.
Brythe sort of leans over his shorter table over here, and he says, "Cade, I hate to put it this way." And he holds out his hand, and he says, "I also apologize in front of a holy man. But don't you think if you start to knock one pillar over, that the other pillars are going to notice? And they're going to want to stand more firm than they've ever stood before? Rest assured, Vorna is bringing her army against the dwarves. You kill Vorna. All right, great. Who are her allies? You kill them too. Oh, well, you killed her allies. Okay, well, who were her allies' enemies? Because you're now a bigger threat than they were."
Cade, if you want to walk away, you can. But the gods will die. What can we make?
Cade looks at Prim.
I
and
actually
says,
I say that
says-
out loud
Yeah.
with my voice.
go
Cade-
first. Tim.
Cade looks at Prim and Graz, Callion and Theron. He crosses his arms and he says, "Fine, under one condition. If Zelthorn is to die, he's the last domino. And I want to be able to use his power against whatever enemy we face until then. I want to make the pilgrimage."
Cade, we share in that mindset. I stop talking, and psionically, Cade, I start talking to you. I have this idea that if we collect boons from the gods, we can use those boons against them. I would like to make that pilgrimage with you. This weapon, or whatever it is they intend to make, hopefully it's a weapon, will not be the last thing we make with a piece of a god.
Cade nods and he
Um,
says, "Very well, but I do serve Ordo Fulgor, and I will protect my Ordo Fulgor brethren. I will not slay one in combat."
If they are innocent, they will stand with us. I believe that. Graz has a purpose on this world. Some people might not like it, but
Did
I
you say
think-
that out loud, kid?
Everything I said is out loud, yeah.
Braz looks at you and he says, I have dreamt of a mighty army of all free peoples, orcs, dwarves, humans, elves, together under the colors of the Order, fighting against the darkness. I don't believe that the people within the Order themselves are bad. We just have these meddlers above us, keeping us in this cycle of hatred.
Cade looks at Graz, and he nods, and he looks at Brythe and Nax, and he says, then do the best work of your lives, gentlemen. And he nods to Prim.
Now, gentlemen, I don't want you touching these things unless you are absolutely confident in your abilities.
Did you say that out loud or psionically?
Out loud, because I'm talking to both of them.
Braz will just say, Brythe is the best blacksmith I've ever seen.
How many blacksmiths have you seen touch God?
Whoa.
2.
I mean,
Um,
I'm just saying, as a smith myself.
Well, actually.
Brythe sort
what
of.
was the last thing that was said? My audio fucking cut out and did something weird.
Graz said Brythe is the best blacksmith he's ever seen, and Prim asked how many blacksmiths has he seen touch God?
When you say that, Prim, Brythe looks you up and down, and he says, I'll have you know, I reforged Engral's sword, Eclipse. And you know
I know
Engral,
what that means.
you know Engral to be one of the 12 sons of Nothar.
Okay.
Whoa.
Touche.
So
All right, man.
he's worked with an item equivalent to Sparkwake.
Okay.
On that note, I draw Sparkwake, and I
Alright.
want to set it down in front of him and say, I've been carrying this for a while, and if we are to do what I think we are going to do, is there anything I don't know about this blade? I have done many things with it. It seems to be quite formidable in combat, and I have been able to link it with my own psionic ability to summon blades. But
And you pull out
I-
Sparkwake, and
Yeah.
you communicate in the way you do. All the words seem to be floating by Brythe, as if he isn't absorbing a single one. His eyes are locked on the fuller of the blade, and his hands are shaking. And he says, You carried the sword of Norvin.
It would appear so.
He sort of looks at your group. He says, I can't lie, I think you might be able to do it. I think your group could actually kill a god.
Andy.
I actually
Lorna
have a
has-
plan to kill Vorna.
Lorna has overstepped.
He says if the dwarves are going to continue to live, Vorna is going to have to die.
Prim nods.
And die she will.
Die.
Time to die.
Well, let's get to work on these items, and so we can make plans to head up there.
Cool.
Yeah, I want to look at Brythe and ask him. I'd be like, not that I have anything for you to work on now, but any suggestions on who or what I should get worked on to aid in the death of these gods? So I agree, if our friends, the dwarves, are to live, then well, yes, the gods must die. And I want to assist in any way possible.
While we're waiting a couple hours, Cade brings up the other traitor on Orion's list that is like the lieutenant down at the South Gates, Wiko. And he asks the group if they're willing to go investigate that with him now that he's crossed off one of his biggest targets, the Executioner.
I mean, I'm down. Yeah,
Yeah, might as well.
Down.
Graz will nod and say, but after, I think it's important that we head to the dwarves.
Agreed.
Sometimes
Agreed.
require us.
Yes, I agree with you. Let's
You
just
can clean up the
one...
south gate as we leave the city.
We can leave tomorrow. There's a few things that need to be done today.
Yes.
Well, let's go clean up our mess before we rest. Yes?
From notes.
All right. We would head
I'll take my sword back from Bribe.
He broke it?
No. Fuck you.
All right.
He could fix it. He just said that. He's reforged one of these already.
Galleon.
Cal.
After talking to Brythe,
Yeah.
for Sparkwake and Sparkwake plus Mindblade, I have added a new piece of information, which I'm going to click so it can come up in chat. This weapon has the properties Demigod Bane and God Bane. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, that's fucking cool. That's really cool. That
Can
those
you
are
tell
weapon
us what that
qualities.
does?
And Prim, sorry, one moment.
I will look in a moment.
Okay. I'll look it up.
Your Rod of True Light is now a +3 with
I don't see anything.
similar Demigod Bane and God Bane properties.
Does it just do more
Whoa.
damage against demigods and gods? Is that kind of the gist of it?
That is the gist, yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Sweet.
My armor's complete.
Alright, and Grouse, your armor is complete. I have altered it in your inventory, and if you look at your details, you do have resistances to fire, piercing, acid, and thunder that should all automatically
Damn.
apply in Foundry.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice.
Let us fuck.
Let us fuck.
Oh, the sack and a fuck.
Suck on the fuck.
Yuckers.
Alright. Brythe says, with the death of Vorna being of most importance, we do have to say all of Rinthar's creations are corrupted or suffering. I know that Nax is biased as well as I, but I think that if you put down Vorna, that Rinthar will crop up next. You should be ready to face the wrath of dragons once Vorna is finally dead. Just be prepared.
I kind of pulled the group to the side for a second just to ask them something without like Brythe overhearing. Since we're heading to the dwarves and Brythe is going to head there, do you think we should escort him?
We could, yes.
Him and Nax might come in handy.
It would be wise. I also have concerns for Eltiri being in the city now that we have killed a government employee.
Then we all leave tomorrow.
Also, I don't know if you all know, I'm not wearing my mask.
Yeah, I figured.
That's fine. I don't.
Yeah.
I have long since not given a fuck about that.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just saying we're out
very
in public.
different opinions.
We're out in
about
public,
what I
and Graz
used
has
to.
stopped wearing that thing.
Are we
I
going
love
to the
it.
southern gate today?
Yeah.
Might as well. We're all
Might
rested.
as well. Yeah, we're well rested. We're fucking stocked up on new armor. May as well fuck this dude up.
I'm gonna look at that group. It's like as we head to the gate. Do you mind if I swing by the market? I should warn my friend to leave. Any associates?
I am taking his. Well, we are taking his sister with us. He could come with us if he so desires.
That's what I was going to suggest.
Let me let me go talk to him. I'll meet you at the gate.
And before we leave, I say to Brythe, we leave tomorrow. You and Nax are welcome to join us for the trip.
He says you're leaving tomorrow, early, I presume.
Unless something happens tonight.
Him and Nax look at each other and they nod. They say, "We'll be there. We want to watch the light fade from the eyes of creators."
Rest
Hell
That's
yeah.
fucking
nods.
sick.
These guys are mega Uber based. I like them.
As we're walking through the market, Prem's looking for his opportunity to arise. We go.
Okay.
Oh, I got this guy over here. Yeah, I'm gonna see if he has any fucking health potions.
Yeah, same.
By the way, all the health potions.
Yeah,
Alright.
while they're doing that, I'll talk to my friend.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
with you to that conversation because I have a
You guys should go
interest as
first.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should go first. Prem's walking around looking for
Theron
something.
and
Oh
Callan.
yeah, he's up there.
Callan.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, so I guess Theron and Callian will approach my friend Rescos here. Like, Rescos, my friend. How are you on this day?
He sort of laughs. He says, "Theron, Callian, my good friends, how are you?"
Like, well,
Good.
good, but I bring grave news, friend. So I need you to listen carefully, and I need you to take my words very seriously. You need to come with us. We are leaving tomorrow. I was like, I can explain once we're out of the city, but it is of utmost importance, and quite frankly, for your safety, that you must join us.
Altieria's coming as well.
He sort of looks at you guys. He laughs to himself and he says, "Things must be bad if we have to leave this quickly, huh?"
It's a fellowship.
Like, bad is one way to put it, yes, but I'll kind of I'll lean in like very closely, and kind of without like directly saying that we killed a government employee or that Graz killed a government employee. I will
Wait, as you lean in, I'm gonna hold you for a second, and I want to tell him what I think you're about to say psionically to him, or with the spell message if I can't do that.
Yeah, like as you kind of like stop me, I'll kind of look at you and I'll kind of pick up on what you're doing and be
Yeah.
like,
And
and I'll
Callian,
just let you do it.
You can totally do that. He's willing to accept a
Psionic
telepathic
message.
from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I basically tell him about the duel and that the King's Steward is corrupt and will probably want anyone who's associated with us dead. We're leaving on a mission of utmost secrecy, of which we will tell you more information when it is appropriate, meaning out of the city and free and clear. But you must take our word for it. We have to go, and if you stay, your life will be in mortal danger.
And as Callian's saying this psionically, I'll kind of just like look at him and give him a nod, kind of implying that you can trust him. I trust Callian, so he can trust him.
Well, I look at you and say he knows, and then
Yeah.
Right. Illyrian sort of nods back at you guys, and he says, "All right." Psionically, by the way, he says, "All right. I assume we're leaving at dawn. First thing."
I nod.
Yep.
He
And I'll
says,
just southern gates.
"Southern gate."
Meet
He,
us at the manor. I think that would be better.
Yeah.
oh,
I'll slide
okay.
him a note with the address on it.
All right. He folds it up and puts it into his coin pouch. He says, "I'll be there on the morrow."
I'll just kind of look
forward
at it
to
like,
it, my friend.
bring your bring any essential gear. Don't cheap out. Unfortunately, whatever you have in your stock here will probably be lost to the corrupt authorities here. But bring the best stuff for you. Be in fighting condition. I'll I'll give him like a handshake and like a hug, and we'll be off.
He gives you one of those, forearm handshakes.
Yeah, gladiator
Yeah,
handshakes.
Oh no!
Oh
Have
man,
you
you just made
done,
the
Rico?
perfect move for that dude. For him.
Bingo! It's on the crazed bingo card, dude.
Hey, I was trying to do some.
It's all good. It wasn't crazy this time.
It's still funny. You got pulled into it anyway.
Yeah.
Can't escape your fate,
It's
crazed.
fate. You already had like the Gaul Morningstar, like fucking slaying someone and eating their heart out.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. All right. Okay. So with that done, we can go to everybody else.
All right, Graz and Cade. You walk up to the potions table of Renowned the Renowned. As you walk up, he says, it's been some time. And rest assured, my ways have changed. I'm an honest salesman now.
Just remember, I'm not wearing my mask anymore.
Oh yeah, he's very obviously looking at Cade and is afraid to look you in the eye and is basically talking at Cade.
I just hold my hand out to, to shake his. I'm glad you've changed your ways, and you're doing honest work.
He
Honesty's the best policy, as they say.
he shakes your hand back and says, "Right. So, right. Right. Why are you here? Can I help you? Do you
Well,
need potions?
yes, we want to buy all of your healing potions.
All of my healing potions.
Healing, greater healing. Yep.
All right, that's great. Give me 1 second. I'll
It's
get the
like,
full
hell
stock.
yeah, money.
He walks into this large backed building here, walks out with a chest, sets it down on this table, sort of scooting these purple potions over to the side. And 12 greater healing potions in the chest. The usual going rate for a greater healing potion is 100 gold pieces, but being that he grows his apothecarial and alchemical ingredients himself, he thinks that half price is fair, as it takes, very little to grow a plant with spells. So, it says for a grand total of 600 gold pieces.
Yeah, I buy them all. The 600 are in my chest.
Cool. I will mark it out of your chest at the estate.
All right, good to go.
All right. And after you buy those, as Prim sort of walks by, heading down towards Regu the White Necromancer, Renown sort of holds out his finger and he says, Sir, you brought mana potions from me earlier. Do you not want more?
I still have 5.
He,
Get out.
He sort of shrugs. He says, well, your friend seems well prepared. Are you sure maybe your cleric friend here? I'd be willing to sell them at a discount after everything that's happened with the church.
Did it only give you one?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's all good.
How many do you have?
He has 4.
I will take one.
All right. You normally go for about 1,000 to 400 gold pieces, depending on the quality of the ingredients and the viscosity of the potion. So, being that his is on the cheaper end, and it does cause a level of exhaustion after 1 minute, He only sells his for 200 gold pieces.
Actually, I will take all 4. Fuck it. And you can take it out of my chest.
Okay.
Right. 7 of those, 8 healing potions.
Hell yeah.
Feeling pretty good. I actually want to tap Cade on the shoulder and show him the White Necromancer's table and say, "This one's interesting. I think you should draw a card from him."
Cade comes down,
All right.
looks at him.
He was sort of waving his wand around the what is clearly a kobold or goblin skull he's holding. Seemed very focused on it, and then sort of looks up and sees your lot around his table. Sort of looks back and forth, and he says, "Well, are you here to pick a card, or?"
Cade steps forward, and he gets close to him, and he says, "I dreamed of the White Necromancer Kolgoth under the church. He spoke to me in my dreams. I'd like to take a card." Cade steps forward and he grabs a card.
He sort of looks you up and down, and he says, "Kolgoth spoke. Oh, okay." You grab a card and flip it. And Regu says, the Wheel of Fortune. He looks you up and down, and he says, "Usually the cards dictate what you need. But in this case, it would be the wheel." He takes the card from your hand and sets it on the table and spins it. When he does that, there's a symbol that points towards you when the card stops rotating, and it lets out a faint puff of smoke with a small burning smell close to that of sulfur. I wouldn't say it's repugnant, but it's definitely not enjoyable. You know, that smelly egg
Mm-hmm.
sort of deal. And he says, "Fortune rains upon you, not I." He reaches into what looks like a small bag, and he pulls out a larger bag. Inside that bag, when he sets it on his table, you hear what sounds like a lot of clinking, clanging, as if sort of different metals and gems are colliding. And he says, "You desire this. Not now, but later." And he drops a billet of viridium metal.
Ooh.
He says, "In order for you to take this, though, for the magic and my services, I will require 500 gold pieces."
I have 500 in my trunk back at the house. Cade would agree to it and give it to him.
Okay, I shall take the gold from your trunk.
And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to ask him about that belt and if I can see it again.
Okay.
That
And,
I got from my thing.
Soma, you can grab. Okay, yeah. And, all right, so Callian, you walk up.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, you desire to see the belt again.
Call it motivation.
Says, "Well, we shall see. This will be determined by the cards, not I. If you would take one."
I'll take it.
All right, you take it and flip it. And
It'd be something else.
astonishingly, again, you find the tower, and he says, "You desired to see the belt, and the cards desired for you to see the belt."
Excellent.
He
And I just Go ahead. Yeah, you first.
All right, he takes it out and sets it on the table. It looks like it is woven with very strange old leather hides that are almost scaled, but not in the way of a lizard like dragon, more in the way of lizard like monitor.
Got it.
It is adorned with pieces and facets and connectors made of adamantine, and it has a slight red to orange glow, though it is so faint that even in the pitchest of blacks, you would not notice it as a source of light.
And I look over at Cade and I say, "This is what I'm working for. Can't you feel the magic radiating off of it? Almost
Cade,
addictive."
Cade kind of shrugs and he says, I suppose I can feel it. He's not a magical guy.
No, I know.
True. But you put your hand out in order to try and feel that arcana, just to see if you can pick up on what your friends are talking about.
Oh,
And
shit.
it's
Wow.
such a distinct and specific type of magic. It's not every day that you run into what is definitely an anti-magic belt.
Yeah, Cade, whenever he touches it, he's like, well, I actually can feel it. Well, and his eyes kind of widen, and he jerks his hand back.
Yes. Well, let's go find me 15,000 gold.
Yep. He sets it out again and says, as I've told you before, because of what it takes for you to be able to access the magic of the cards and then remove the belt from this table, it costs a total of 15,000 gold pieces. Now, whether it is the combined efforts of your group or from your own deeds, that is fine. But unfortunately, the only way it can be removed is with that equivalent exchange.
Understood. I
Cade,
will be back for it.
Cade whispers to Callion, I have close to 10,000 gold in my trunk. If you can muster up enough, you get it now.
Well, I only have 3, so...
Give him.
I'll offer up the 1,800 that I have.
Well, I'll give the rest.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull out a little calculator real quick.
Callion's about to get juiced.
Gotta
Dude,
make
the
sure that.
anti-magic thing of a 10-foot aura is so good.
But does that mean that you can't cast spells?
Yeah, what does
I'm
it
not
do?
sure. I think it prevents spells from being cast on anyone within 10 feet of me if I'm wearing it. But
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, does that mean you can't?
healing word would still work. That is a good question, Wika.
Now all I need to do is find
Is it
16,000.
incoming magic or all magic?
Or just harmful magic?
Yes.
I want to say it's all actually. No, because I think the Beholder in your campaign had an anti-magic field, right?
Yeah, all beholders have an anti-magic.
All beholders do, yeah,
Yeah.
and they can still cast spells, but yeah.
So the thing is, like it's. This is an item that we can't. Like, we should buy it. If
Yeah.
Callion can cast spells while wearing
While
it,
using
it's
it.
Callion's. If he can't, then
I can wear it.
obviously we'll figure out somebody else to wear it. But you know.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like if
Yeah,
it doesn't make
like-
sense for me to wear it, I want it to go to somebody in the
But like,
group.
it's for the party in general.
It's insane.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would prefer it to be on Callion, but you know.
All
Callion
right.
for sure if he can cast spells.
Okay, so if I take money from Callion, Gross, Theron, and Cade, and I kind of shore it out based on who has the most and who has the least, you can buy the belt, and each of you will still have 200 gold pieces in your chests.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Is
Agreed.
everybody cool with that?
Yep. And then we'll come back for my trinket later.
Yeah, 100%. You'll be the next in line.
That I don't even know what it does, but like anti-demon anything sounds fucking great.
Yeah, I agreed.
Right.
Alrighty.
If you would like to pick up the anti-magic belt.
Fuck yes.
What a
And
Chad item.
and I assume that requires attunement.
It does. Yes. If for some reason the item doesn't say it does, it should, and I'll edit it in 2
No,
seconds.
it does say it does.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
So how does anti-magic field work? That will tell me.
Right. It specifically functions exactly like the anti-magic field spell.
Okay. Let me just read that.
Read it
10-foot
off.
radius invisible sphere of anti-magic surrounds you. This area is divorced from the magical energy that suffuses the multiverse within the sphere. Spells can't be cast, summoned creatures disappear, and even magic items become mundane until the spell ends. Interesting. That's weird though, because beholders have that. And spells and other magical effects except those crafted by an artifact or a deity are suppressed, so Sparkwake would still work.
Isn't your magic divine because you're a cleric?
Oh, but he himself is not divine.
Kinda.
Comes from divinity. It does not. He is.
Yeah,
he is
yeah,
not.
no, I get it. Interesting. Targeted effects, spells, and other magical effects such as magic missile, charm person, and that target a creature and object have no effect on that target. Fireball can't extend into the sphere. It just makes me immune to magic.
That might
Which is
be
crazy.
It's
It's
tough to
interesting.
say.
It's definitely a good item for somebody in our group. I just need to figure out who should wield it.
My guess is gonna be my take would be Cade or Gruz.
I actually agree with that.
Are your weapons
Your
magical?
weapons become mundane, though. See, now that's
Well, I don't use weapons.
what I'm saying.
My
Like, Cade makes the most
Cestus-
sense
That's what
because
I'm saying, yeah.
My
he has
Cestus
magical metal knuckles.
would lose a D4 lightning damage, though.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
a
okay, though.
D4 versus
Oh, it's fine.
Not being
versus
able to
taking a fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, being immune to magic while I'm huge
Yeah.
and most
Yeah.
spells will be directed toward me is a game changer.
Yeah, and if we wanted to take a portal to teleport somewhere, all you'd have to do is take the belt off.
Yep.
That sounds so dope.
Yeah, and if
I-
someone summoned a creature created by magic, you could just walk up to it and it would vanish.
Exactly.
You would have to take it off to get big though.
Really?
Is his
Yeah, spells and
Yeah.
magic effects except those created by an
Interesting.
artifact or a deity are suppressed in the sphere.
well his rune thing, right?
His tattoo though would
My
work.
tattoo.
His
No.
Oh yeah, his tattoo would work. That is artifact. Yes, you wouldn't be able to use the spell obviously, but yes, you could use the tattoo.
Giant Smite is like an inherent thing, though. It's like a part of my
Is it?
blood. I gotta look it up.
Yeah,
Is it not
look
a
it
So
up.
like
I wanna
Rune Knight,
get
it's not
clarity.
magical technically. I mean, in your world it could be different, obviously.
Yeah, too, that's a DM call on whether it's magic or not.
But
Oh,
it's,
you
I mean,
magically gain the following benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's an interesting question then.
what about
because
cloud
it's like
your cloud rune and stuff like that?
I think it's all magic runes, yeah.
So now here's the question though, then do we actually want the belt? Or should we just keep the money?
Keep the money.
Yeah, I'd keep the money.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna rescind that. You can take the belt off me.
Well, we could try for my demon trinket thing. That's 16,000.
Yeah, if we can use it instead for Kray's ring, that thing might be well worth it. Is there any way we can find out more about the ring like I did about the belt? Or
Yeah, I want to. Darren will step up and want to take a look at that ring again.
Let's let Wiko catch up with all the
All right, but
fucking retroactive shit.
so here, give
What?
me 1 second.
Yeah. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
So there's one thing I need to do first. So
Mm-hmm. Because like I would say if Cade was just like a pure fighter with just like I don't know.
Yeah, if he was just like doing maneuvers and
What-
shit, it'd be great.
Yeah, if you're like a
but-
battle master, it'd be dope. But
I don't know, getting like taking pluses off of your weapon. That's,
yeah, I don't
you
know, man.
or like
Yeah.
any extra damage. That's
the belt is good. Yeah, I just don't think it works for our
I don't
group.
think it. I actually don't. I think it's like a monkey's paw kind of thing.
It could be a noob trap, but I
That's
don't
what
know.
I mean.
here,
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. I think that it is such an interesting 50-50, which is how it got thrown in this pile. Since
Sure.
this is, divining.
Right.
Not to mention, so since we're speaking of divining, Theron, there's a chance that you might not see that ring again. You could pull a different card from
That's
Regu's
fair.
table. He sort of spreads, fans the deck in front of you. He says, "Would you like to draw a card?"
Yeah, I'm looking for that ring, baby. Let's draw that card.
All right. When you flip a card, it is the Hermit card. When you look, it is a picture that looks like you, but on the solitude peaks of some sort of mountain.
This is different. Yeah, let's take a look at the item.
All right. Regu says, this is strange. That can't be right. I don't understand. He looks you up and down and he says, "You are a ranger, are you not?"
I'll nod. Indeed.
Says, "Well, then there's no way you'd want this heavy armor."
Yeah, indeed.
Sort of gestures to what looks like a set of armor that's maybe an inch tall. He says, "I aware that at this size it's small, but after payment, I assure you it would be perfectly fitted." He looks at you and again he says, "I just can't see you wearing plate. Eats up too much versatility, movement, the things you would need to draw a bow. Maybe one of your friends could make use of it," but he sort of looks at Graz's armor, and then he looks at, he looks at Callian's full fucking like adamantine plate, and he's like,
the drip. Yeah.
"But I'm not sure if this would be a greater benefit to you or not.
Could be the
If I'm
Cade.
being honest, I'm not exactly sure what this armor is. But the plate that it's made of is quite hard. When he knocks his finger against this orange-looking plate, you expect a metal sound, thinking that it's copper because of its sheen, but instead it almost sounds like hitting against a bone or a rock."
Can Cade take a look at it?
Sure. So when he hands it to you and you get a closer look, it almost has here, let me phrase this way. So you know how Callian's armor folds were made from chitinous adamantine, from a centipede, so it looks as if they can organically shift past each other at the notches and folds?
Yeah.
This has that same sort of look. It's orange, it's plated, it interlocks in a very organic way. There are various spikes throughout it, and then the softer layers underneath the plate, where you would expect some sort of cotton gambeson, is instead what looks like some sort of dark bluish black leather. And with that description, I'm actually going to ask some of you guys. Not you, not you. If you could give me a
This
little
will be
survival check.
This will be a +3. This will.
Okay.
It did not work.
Oh. Ooh.
So 28.
And
or-
with a passing the DC 26 with a total of 28. Theron, this is 100%, without a doubt, unmistakably Tarask plate.
Oh, Cade wants it.
Jesus.
I'm
Okay,
gonna.
what?
Holy shit! Abso-fucking absolutely. All right, so I have the
I'll
ancient
throw
demon.
down for that.
I have the ancient demon slayer's armor. It's worth 8,000 gold. And so far, it's only been a +1. I haven't been able to attack with it once. It's just against chaotic evil stuff. So this could be a really good upgrade for me.
Let me see how much gold your group has total, real quick.
I'm
Well,
sure this
are
is more
you
than
letting us
don't-
do
16,000.
Don't
the?
count mine. Don't count mine.
I won't count yours. Okay.
Are we doing the not buying the belt thing, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Rico's cool with that.
Yep, he was fine
Okay.
with that. It's already out of my inventory.
Damn, I was really hoping for the ring, but this is good still.
This is insane. If it Tarask plate, that's fucking
This is
crazy.
amazing. I don't even know what it does, but I think it's going to be cool.
Fucking, you know who else would want that? Quinn.
Just would want Tarask plate.
Yeah, man.
And then that billet I got of Viridium, is there any way I could infuse that on the armor somehow with the Dwarven Smithy if I run back while they're just starting the job of the other stuff?
Because of his lineage, he wouldn't touch Viridium. Also, I would recommend that you would put it on a weapon before you put
weapon.
it on an armor.
Got it. Okay.
So it's more flexible than it is strong. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Would it make sense on a cestus?
It could. I might. If well, I don't know. I have a bias. I'm the DM. I'd probably put it on like arrowheads or something.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Or make like.
I'll give it to Theron.
Yeah, I'm sure I know a thing or two about Viridium. Probably
There you
not
go, bud.
much, but damn, I was kind of hoping for the ring, man.
Okay.
But this is gonna be
so
super cool.
Do you have
looking
stronger
at you
arrows now?
guys,
I can't.
combine gold. You're about 30K short.
Oh.
Just under. You're like.
Oh, shit.
What's the total
You're-
value?
So you guys are sitting at like 20K gold, and it's a little over 50K.
Shit. Well, all right.
Maybe you can get the order to like pay him or something.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I really don't like, as much as I think that armor is insane and probably is nuts. I don't really want to give up the dagger for it.
I wouldn't mess with it.
Yeah, I'm also gonna throw
Not
this
for an
out.
item.
Nobody's gonna afford that while we're gone, and we're going to save dwarves, who
Yeah.
On point.
have money.
True.
So I'm sure
We could
we'll
get a
come
king's
back.
ransom out of them. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll come back with some money. I mean, it just sucks
Yeah.
that we won't have it for this leg of the trip.
And we might get a different card next time. You never know.
Well,
Exactly.
we'll all draw next time, and if we get that, it'll just go to Cade.
What
Yeah.
what does it do? The Trask plate?
Regu does not know. He cannot tell you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm sure it's nuts.
Yeah.
And also,
Here's
in the
a-
current state, it can't be identified. The fact that Theron was able to determine that it was Tarask plate was after overcoming one hell of identification.
Right.
Yeah, can I follow up with that and to see if there's like anything I could tell Kate about it? Like maybe
You
not
know
like
what?
magical properties, but
Considering that you beat a DC 26, I'm totally gonna ask you for another survival. We'll see. Just since your information checks, you're tracking what you know of beasts. It's based off survival, so
There.
I'll ask you
Plus
for another one
the-
based on that.
There.
All right, with a total
Oh!
of 22. So I'm not going to tell you everything, but you are certain that because of a Tarask's property. Here, wait, I'll put it this way. So, Theron, you know for a fact, without a doubt, that Tarasks have this property in their plate and hide that is highly valued, and Sentinels have actually wanted plates of their hide in order to put in shields because it has the ability to reflect certain spells, such as magic missile, line spells, spells that require ranged attack rolls. You know,
Holy
so
shit.
you're
Yeah,
pretty
I'll kind of.
certain that this plate would do something similar to that.
Yeah,
my
I would.
God.
I'd relay
That's
that to
amazing.
Cade, and kind of, as I'm relaying that, I'd be like, "You thought your order armor was fancy? Well, this is what the Sentinels do. Maybe one day you guys will get up to speed with us." And I'll kind of just say that in like a friendly, like poking fun at you kind of way, but yeah, that's some big dick armor.
That's insane. Well, maybe I'll get it one day. Kate just kind of shrugs.
Regu sort of shrugs at your group, and he says, "Well, your orc friend is right. If seasoned veterans of the order, such as yourselves, can't afford it, I can't see anyone in this town buying it before you do." He sort of rubs his hands together, and he says, "I'm sure that your journey with the dwarves will be quite lucrative. And if you'll be on the lookout, I myself like blue velvet crystals."
Noted.
Blue velvet crystals.
Dude, this guy is just a straight base vendor. What a guy.
And Graham, if I could get an Arcana check from you, please.
Ooh.
Classic
Nice.
Perma.
All right. You know that blue velvet, especially blue velvet crystals, are generally used for some sort of psionic viewing or psionic summoning. You assume that he's using these in order to re-up his chaotic stock. So
Interesting.
they would hold a lot higher of a value to him than, gold
Mm-hmm.
or any other type of precious metal.
Interesting.
Well, all right. Should we head south,
All right.
boys?
Yeah. Let's get to that gate.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, we'll walk to the south gate. As we're walking,
While they were doing that, did I see any opportunities?
Oh, yeah. This guy. Oh, sorry, right up here. Sorry, everyone started running at Regu.
And I waited.
All right. So, Prim, this guy sort of looks you up and down. He thinks to himself, because he's thinking out loud, per se,
Mm-hmm.
there's a chance that you might hear him.
Ooh.
He says, a blind guy. This will be easy. Starts to
Oh.
walk by, and he waves you down. He says, "Sir, perchance a game?"
Oh, I love games.
He says, "Now, I see that you're blind, but assured, I won't lie. You can even feel if you're looking for them. Have you ever heard of a shell game? See, I have these 3 shells from the Scimitar Coast.
Bet 50
And
gold,
underneath
50,000
of
gold.
underneath of them, I have this pearl."
Oh,
He says, "I could rearrange these shells in any manner that I so desired, and you would not be able to guess where the pearl would lie."
go all in, baby.
No, you gotta hustle him. You gotta lowball him twice,
Yeah.
and then hit him hard on the third one.
You
Like
Walk
guys
away
need to
with
relax.
50K.
double or nothing on this one, right?
You
Like,
guys need to relax. Okay, so I have 2,000 gold. I wanna, if he's betting money, I wanna bet at least 100 gold at a time.
100 gold? All right.
This is how I
Yep.
almost got robbed on a BART train in Oakland one time.
And I just want to put like a finger on the table as if like I'm resting against it to
Okay.
try to like psionically feel where things are going. Give myself an edge.
All right.
This guy's fucked.
All right. He sort of weaves the pearl in and out. He does his routine. You sort of feel the shuffling and the banging against the table, and you are able to see the arcane signature that resides within the man, pulling off his scheme. Though it's dull, he doesn't seem too intelligent. Relies on his dexterity more than anything.
Does my base 18 do anything for me?
I'll
Or base
take that
16,
in.
sorry.
I'll take that into consideration, but I still need the roll. Okay. So you were able to track the pearl quite expertly. And he sort of smiles to himself and he says, beginner's luck. You can't quit on a streak, can you? So right
Oh, of
now
course
you
not.
are up 100 gold.
Yeah, I'll do another 100.
So okay. Starts to shuffle the dice around again. And again, he gets faster.
Oh, shit.
Shuffles quicker and quicker. Stops very suddenly. Before, where you felt a lot of the shuffling, it now feels as if he's passing the pearl back and forth through the air. It was your hearing that will help you determine where it ended up.
Am I able to can I re-roll that?
What, like spending a sword point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whoa. Ooh.
Maybe.
All right, and he was still able to beat you out. You are back to where you started.
Fuck.
He sort of raises his hands and he says, well, that's the luck of the draw. Win some, lose some, but I guess neither of us have lost anything. That sort of makes this uninteresting. Would you like to go again?
Yes. I'm going to subtle spell hex him
Okay.
Oh,
for
shit.
dex.
Oh,
And I'm gonna
shit.
bet the fucking farm.
Grim's a bad boy.
So he has disadvantage on this for the
Well,
next
he
hour.
did specifically target him for being blind and trying to take advantage of him. So
Oh, I get
Yeah,
it.
he's kind of a piece of shit.
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna roll first. Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
I
you roll
already
first.
rolled.
That's fine. No, I just didn't want dice knocking into each other. All
Mhm.
right, Prim,
That's
you're
one.
up.
We go again.
You're up 100 gold. Second round.
Trying to do something.
He shuffles the pearl.
Solid. We
All
go
right,
again.
2 wins. You're up 200 gold.
We go again. Preferably the last fucking time.
All right. He says, my hands are cramping a bit. This might be my last game.
Here, let's double the wager then. 200 gold?
Ooh. Double the wager. Why don't we
Fits
call
you-
it double or nothing? If you lose this round, I get all of my gold back.
Deal.
But if you win this round, I'll give you an extra 200.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sort of shakes it back and forth. He's going a little faster now, throwing an extra wrist into it. He pulls out a fourth shell, unsuspected to you. Starts shuffling them faster, dragging them against the table, the ground. Sort of throws the pearl, bounces it off a basket, catches it in another shell. The sound coming from behind you is slightly distracting. It echoes like rocks bouncing off of cobblestone. But
Holy shit.
Am I the defender here?
you're the defender in this case.
Damn.
At the last second, you are able to detect that he is psionically manipulating the pearl. This signature is what allows you to track it to its final destination. You have won your third gambling in a row,
Easy.
and you will leave now. Before you had 2,159, you now have 2,659.
Good game. I
Alright,
leave.
Wait, before you leave, Graz is gonna walk up and.
Oh.
Are you taking advantage of my blind friend?
He holds out his hands and he's like, "Advantage! You just cleared
He
house."
just. How dare you? I should report this to the guard. Do you know who he is and who I work for?
Now, Graz. I love games. Come. And I just shuffle you off.
50 gold, and I forget about this.
Hey, Graz,
Yeah.
can you, if it'll let me
He
ask
casts
you,
power word death.
can you throw me an intimidation with advantage because of your insignia?
Ooh.
All right, DC 15 beat. He sort of hands you a little purse satchel, and he says, "Please leave me alone."
Poor guy.
Next time, don't pick on people.
All right, and I've added 50 gold to your character sheet and not your chest because I'm tired of clicking into the player state to add gold to
That's
chest.
totally
Yep.
fair. Totally fair. Graz just laughs.
As Draz like walks back to the group, like, "Did you really have to bully him like that?" And then Chuck,
Yeah, I picked on the blind kid. Of course, he deserved to lose all of his money and more.
Well,
Okay,
I won more than he realized, so.
Prim. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Okay, so, Prim, followers who have Vorondar's favor have a critical success range of 18 to 20.
Yep.
Please keep that in mind.
Yep, I'm gonna
Ooh.
change spells that matter to that. Thank you.
Damn.
Nice. What about the weakness?
Prim's
Those in a
even
1 and
more
2.
out.
1 and 2
No,
crit fail?
no. That's only if you lose the favor.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Now he's gonna be a compulsive gambler wherever the fuck we go.
That
Yep.
is true. He
It's
will.
not
I
have
me this
sure
time.
fucking am.
Yeah,
For
let's
Go kill some
crit
people before we have to go to
range.
bed. Come on.
Yep.
All right. So,
Murder some
actually, unfortunately, I think I have to time check now. It's about 12:30 for me, and I actually have some shit that, like, I gotta wake up in 5 hours.
Oh shit. Okay.
Fair enough.
That's fine.
All good.
I wanted to at least get to the point to where at the start of next session, we're going to be going to that southern gate for that encounter and then going on a big journey, which time checking now too also helps me a little bit because I don't have the NPC built for the encounter. So it would take me like 10 minutes to throw them together. but I'd rather not rush it. I want to get like a personalized little token for him as well.
Not a problem, laddie. Not a problem. Fantastic session. That was fun. That was good.
Yeah.
Did a lot of cool
Yeah,
shit.
it was fun.
I really want
I had a
that
lot of
Tarrasque
fun.
plate. Fuck.
I like the single combat. Hey, go save some dwarfs. Get a lifetime's worth of riches. Come back. Buy some extinct anti-magic dinosaur armor.
Sounds
Sounds
amazing.
fair.
Sounds so cool.
There's also parts of me that want that fucking anti-demon ring.
Oh, you might draw that card again. So
That's
What,
also
what does the ring do?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yep, as far as you know, you have no idea. All you know is that specifically it is an anti-demon ring.
Interesting. Interesting. All right. Everyone good to play next Monday, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Yes.
That'll be the 13th.
Yes.
Monday the 13th.
I should be back on the 12th, so I believe I'm good to play on the 13th. If anything changes, I will know by the 9th. But like 90% sure I can play.
Awesome. Okay. Well, chat, sorry we didn't play for 4 hours, but that's okay. Got an excellent session in regardless. Graz, his fight was epic. It was very cinematic in my head, and I thought it was pretty cool how it netted out. Wiko, thank you for an excellent session as always.
Hell yeah, guys. I had fun. I'm looking forward to next week, getting in some combat and some overworld traveling.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, folks. Sorry about that. All right, folks, we will see you next week, the 13th of May, for another session. Until then, have a lovely week. We're back with the Darkest Hour tomorrow night, which is awesome. It's been a while as well for that. I watched, oh my god, did you guys watch the Scuffed podcast with...
The Scuffed Hour, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it was good.
That was quite something. Oh, Donnie.
It was funny. I liked it.
Yeah, it was something. Anyway, have a great week, guys. We will see you next Tuesday for Vokolvis episode 22. Goodbye.